Hello, and welcome along to another episode of Criminal Intent. Rico is off rifling rats in Russia, and devastatingly, he's lost 2 fingernails. He's going to be hunting for those over the next week, but he should find them and stick them back on by next session. However, I've got these 3 lovely peeps here, and Pat will be controlling Gnob in combat. What happened last week?
Ooh.
Combat.
We continued through the Underdark.
Some combat. Yeah, that definitely happened. There was combat.
We encountered some people.
You can call it the Balrog. Oh, yes, the people.
The what?
The Darrow.
Yes.
I can't remember.
Oh yeah, those guys.
Yeah.
The Darrow and the
Abandoned.
Darklings.
We were abandoned by a
Darkling,
party
yeah.
member.
Yeah. Cornelius went to seek a higher purpose.
Mhm.
I was taken non-voluntarily
Yeah.
to see one of the leaders, and he gave me a book to show me how to extract magic from items.
Certainly the basic
yeah.
of. The basic beginning bit of. Everything alright, Mikayla? Was that a smoke alarm?
I don't know. Was it me? Was
Oh, was it not you? Okay, cool. As long as no one's on fire, we'll just continue.
I vaguely heard some beeping.
Yeah. Cool. So, yes, you guys did meet the Darrow and the Darklings, and passed through there, played with some kids, some Darrow kids, not just random kids. And then you summoned a mighty ogre zombie.
Yep.
Seriously.
And then the wooden bridge wasn't very strong, so what did you do with him?
He took a leap of faith and
Yeah.
was eaten by a
Yes,
Balrog.
his faith was
Was not
found
rewarded.
lacking.
Yep.
Sorry.
And-
Let me just put
Then we
that in.
fought a bunch of scorpions.
Oh Jesus! I
Yes,
forgot
yes, you
about
did. There were some scorpions. You extracted some cool poison. Cornelius nearly died.
That's the second time
Did he?
one of our characters have tried to harvest venom and almost died.
that. Oh
It's
Jesus!
just
You're
like, why are we
right.
just letting Ambrosia do it every time? What's wrong with us, Josh? Why do we keep doing this to ourselves?
Because sometimes
to
it's
do
nice to be
things
independent.
myself.
Exactly.
Exactly.
How sweet.
Yeah, it was a really silly idea. It was like 40 poison damage. It was pretty pathetic. But it didn't matter in the end. You
Yeah,
guys
it
took a
was a
long
lot.
rest. And you when you crossed over the large crevice down to the abyss, and your ogre zombie took a great fall, a creature reached up towards you, whose head was
Oh,
15
boy.
foot tall.
Yes, and
he was
whilst
chatty.
everyone else ran away in fear, I stood there and said, "Who are you?"
To which
and
I
he
got to
said,
use the very cool
"Not a-"
line, "Your worst nightmare."
Yes.
I've always wanted to say
Classic
that.
thing to answer.
Yeah, I've always wanted to answer with that. Nobody ever asks my BBGs, who
And,
are they?
What did he say? That if we come back, he's gonna eat us? Is that right?
He just said he'll be waiting.
Yeah, that's my concern also for if
Just
we have
Cornelius
to come
in
back
particular.
this way. Oh, okay.
The
Well,
rest
that's
of us are-
fine then.
yeah.
Never mind.
We'll feed him another ogre zombie and
Mm.
Yeah.
He's got a taste for him now.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah. What was past that? Not much, right?
That was it, I think.
Well, I think past there was the scorpions, and then past the scorpions, you came out to the upper corridor. You did pass through some very finely worked, huge corridors with some ancient bones which resisted magic. And then finally, you found yourself in this lovely scene, looking out over this lovely place.
Oh, yes, there was an undead down.
No.
Or some kind, not an undead, but some kind of strange.
So,
creature
this creature
that I
looked
wanted
like
to use
this.
my master ball on.
Ew.
Yes.
Get him
He-
away.
So he had he's not there. I will put him back again in a second. He had blades for legs, a single blade for an arm, and then on the other he had this long tendril that sort of seemed to twitch and move almost of its own accord.
That just seems excessive.
Yeah, he was everything that Ambrosia likes in a man. And most importantly, you saw him. I know that you can't see him on the map. It's just the way that it works. But basically, he's 140 feet away, and he is by the pool. There is a deep pool of what looks like purple water, and he keeps dipping his tentacle in. He has it sort of snake along the ground and go in and then come out and go back around and then brush over his head and then go back down into the water. And he's very quietly going constantly.
Wow.
It's like he's groaning, but it's you may give me an insight check. Anybody who is insightful, e.g. proficient or majorly positivity.
I've got a +3.
Fine, I'll do it.
I think it's Ambrosia.
I got a nat 1 because Ambrosia really doesn't care about this creature. Let's just get past it while it's distracted.
Do we see the exit? Like the
yes, the exit. So the problem is that you'll have to climb down to then climb back up the other side. Sort of, I don't know if you guys can see the lines all this way away. But the passage sort of goes back up on that side. So it comes down in the middle to a pool. Can I do anything that will make it so that you guys can see the whole map? Can I maybe do like
Is it less than 200 feet away?
Can I maybe do that? Can you guys see the whole map now?
Yes.
Great. Okay, that's what I was looking for. So basically, yeah, you will note that you could sort of get down to this level without him being able to see you. You can, you can only see because you're on the edge of the cliff, at which point you would need to get sort of to that bit. So to answer your question, it's 146.5 feet away.
Great. You guys just want to ignore this guy? Well, you know what? I've been testing out my new powers. As we've been killing stuff, I'm feeling stronger. Oh. And I think I could just get us all over there if you just don't want to deal with this fucking joke.
Gnob will ask you, can you do it again on the way back?
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Cool.
As long as I don't do anything else in between now. Anything else for fun. So I will say, above the table, I picked up this spell. Instead of getting haste, I took a spell called Shadow Portal.
What the fuck is that?
Wow.
Who invented it?
I don't know. It was in your option list when I made my character.
Sounds sick.
Is this a new book? Is this one of the new books someone's bought us?
Book of Eventide.
Yeah, I haven't looked over a single spell from the Book of Eventide. Some of the stuff is really quite nutty. Let me have a little read. Create a door in the nearest wall, cliff, tree, or similar. Stand at a similar door up to 200 feet away. The near door you must... Distance to open one that you can visualize or describe by starting direction.
You've got a portal gun?
Kinda.
I would like to place a limitation on this that's not going to affect you now, but I want to make sure it's stated for the future. It says door. This is not going to allow you to bypass through walls, without... you could go in and out, but not, you know what I mean?
Directly through.
Yeah, I just... Having
you
both of those capabilities simultaneously...
Both
those capabilities simultaneously seems kind of... I love this. I think I'd like to say that there should be no more than a couple of inches of rock between stone.
It has to be a place I can see, right? Is where I got to put the other door.
No, it's one you can visualize or describe by stating distance and direction. So it absolutely does not. Which is why I was saying I think that I'm absolutely fine with this as long as you don't pass through more than. There's a spell that says the same thing. It's 1 inch of lead, 1 meter of wood, or 1 foot of stone. Yeah. If we just put those limitations on it, I'm absolutely fine with it because I think this is really cool. But the idea that you can stand outside the building you're heisting and visualize a door in the chamber and then walk through the heist seems a tad overtuned. Because that's even stronger than Dimension Door. It's just half the distance. And it's a level down. But yeah, in this situation, it's going to consume 50 gold pieces, though.
I did not.
Yeah, now that maybe makes it a bit more balanced. So gold costs are divided by 10 in our world, so it is only 5.
Oh, then 100%. I will subtract.
Yeah,
that
so
from my gold.
we will say, and you can just use the 5 gold. You don't have to have the actual silver door latch. So 5 gold pieces, and it can't go through 1 inch of lead, 1 foot of stone, or 1 meter of wood. And then I'm really happy with this, and this is going to be fucking cool. So go ahead. How does this look, Matt? Oh, sorry. Josh, ask your question first if we're not casting this yet.
I actually don't have a question. I just have something to say.
Which is?
I would like to examine this creature.
Okay.
I think
I would like that too. For Cornelius to do it.
Well, you guys can go down to here. And you can have a little look at it. Give me a nature check with disadvantage.
You can have a guidance, Cornelius.
Yeah, he doesn't have any gold, so like I don't really give a shit, you know.
He doesn't have any what? Sorry, Pat?
He doesn't have any gold, so I don't really give a shit.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's flush with wealth.
He's like playing in a puddle.
13.
Yeah, so this is one of the Sorrow Sworn. These are creatures that are corrupted by their own emotions to the point that they actually generate magical abilities. You don't know much about their capabilities in battle, though that does look like a sharp sword. But you do know that their tendrils, their tentacle, can be used to create garments or equipment that can think for themselves. One example of this is a cloak that can grapple, as an example.
Do I know how can like anyone become one of these creatures?
No. They're sort of monsters in the first place, and then they're depending on their emotion. So the Sorrow Sworn are one set of creatures, and then depending on the emotional state and the placement of that Sorrow Sworn, they develop different abilities. So typically you'd know these as the Lonely Sorrow Sworn, the Angry Sorrow Sworn, the I don't know what the other one is, anxious. Whatever it is, it ain't this one. This one's lonely.
Lonely. Oh yeah, look at him. He's got no friends down here. That's good.
Yeah, no. If I look like that, nobody would want to be friends with me neither.
Yeah, so you could potentially get some worthwhile magical, monstrous body bit off of it, and obviously a bit of XP. But you would know of no other reason to fight this thing.
Cornelius, you're really staring intently at that guy. What are you thinking?
I'd like to harvest its blood.
God, everything with the blood. Don't you have enough blood? You've taken blood off of everything we found down here.
Does this thing look like it bleeds?
Yes, definitely. It's a fleshy creature.
Ew. Well, I turn. DP, how about the door?
Yeah, you know what? We'll take the door, and if you want to stay and fight him, you know, God's blessing.
And a reminder, you could potentially harvest his blood on the way back, Cornelius.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that as like a victory lap.
Mm-hmm.
I'll gladly pay the price for this portal door.
Okay, you know, I'll great. That's 5 gold. You want to give that to me?
Yep. Here you go.
Great. All right, you pay the toll.
Okay.
And I think DB just like takes his sort of claw that he uses for picking locks and just kind of literally draws a door on the side of the cavern, and an identical door pops out on the other side.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, well, creatures may do the same. Spell ends after the duration, or when someone closes the distant portal's door as a bonus action. Fantastic.
I want to know about a shadow road.
Okay, excuse me. What is a shadow road? Yeah. We'll look into that out of session. I just saw this at 5th level. You can open a shadow road. Regardless, as you step through here, you may take 200 experience points. A reminder that these will be subtracted from the total should you fight this creature at a later time.
Oh no.
That's your second bit of XP debt. We've got 250 and 450. 200 and 450, sorry.
I wish we could get 7,000 worth of that.
Why would you want to be in debt?
7,000.
I don't want to be in debt, but I'd like to level up.
Sure. You may get more or less experience for fighting it, you don't know. But whatever you would get for fighting it, you would lose that 200 from that. Because you can't get the XP for bypassing it without fighting it, and the XP from fighting it. That would just encourage you to run past every creature. And then turn back and stab them. And we can't be having that kind of silliness.
I play video game.
However, as you pass through there, we will bring you here. You come into some incredibly dark caves. And this passage is sort of just curved enough that you never know how far it is. And it inclines ever so slightly. After about 2.5 hours of walking, you can surmise that you've probably done a full circle.
Oh, fuck's
and
sake.
Gone up a level, if you will.
Oh, we're spiraling.
Up. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm spiraling.
Well, Mikayla gonna get an MVP after 20 minutes. Go you. Oh my god, that just made me that just made me laugh. I opened my MVP and it says Darwin is Elton John right at the top. Always a good MVP.
True.
Yeah, you encounter nothing and nobody in these passageways, not even a spider or a mushroom.
Good.
Is it hewn or is it still like cave?
No, it is rough stone. And then you begin to see a light, and you can hear a tiny little voice.
Where's that coming from?
I don't know, near that light, maybe?
Yeah. And as you come round the corner, you were warned about this creature. You may place yourselves here.
We were warned about a lot of things. I was not listening.
Yeah.
It was beware the Neogi and their pets.
Oh, good.
So, as you stand over here, you will finally see a creature that, well, I'm going to do this and bring it over, just to give you a view of it.
These guys are ridiculous.
So, it is just the creature in the front. He has a strange curved neck and 6 legs. And as he scutters around, he lifts his hands. No. You will see that he has what appears to be a giant spider. Oh, he's just taken a slimming course. A giant spider and some sort of gazer or spectator at his side. Definitely not a full-blown beholder. And there is something strange hanging onto the spider. Sort of leaning on top of it, with tendrils sort of going down into its mind. Into its brain.
Delightful.
I don't know. I don't think we can avoid this one, guys.
Have they seen this yet?
Give me a perception check, Ambrosia. I will also take one from Cornelius, please.
20, dirty. Filthy, even.
Ambrosia, what did you get, sorry?
19.
Yeah, you look over there and you see one central eye of this little spectator just gazing straight at you. It has definitely seen you. And with a 20, Josh, Cornelius can make out that there is an intellect devourer riding the giant spider. You would assume riding it both mentally and physically.
Wow.
Something funny, Cornelius.
Are they known to do things like that?
Yeah, they literally take over creatures' brains. That's what they do. They devour their intellect.
Well, yeah, I thought they just inhabited a brain.
They would normally, but this giant spider has a very, very tiny head. And instead it is sort of connected by a strange, like a seraph. Seraphiel? I don't know what the right word is. Brain cord. It's the thing that connects your brain to your spine. I can't think what it's called.
Look,
it's got a real name.
Look, it's connected to that thing by a brain cord, guys. Wow. This is fucked up.
Can't you fireball
What
them?
is the word for that?
Cornelius. Cornelius, what the fuck is that thing?
That's an intellect devourer.
Oh, it is literally called a brainstem. There you go. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Seems
Oh, no.
he is.
I thought there was a proper word for it, but the cerebellum apparently isn't that, which is the word I was reaching for.
I don't know, Cornelius. You're probably smarter than that spider. You better watch out, man. I think it's coming for you.
Well, let's do this so that you guys can see it all.
My God.
And then you'll see like the insect devourer, the spectator turns slowly to the Neogi and sort of communicates something very quietly, and the Neogi will indicate, and the spider will advance, and then these two will go very slowly behind it.
All right, let's not let these things advance on us. Going over here.
Okay, he left the intellect devourer behind.
And the Neogi will look up at you and new pets, new pets, come on, new pets, keep coming, new pets. Let's make some new pets. And then
I'm nobody's fucking pet. I yell at him.
Is this stable ground?
yes. There is a it's like the ground has been shone and there's like light powder on it. Basically the powder itself is emitting light quite brightly from you. You can see this creature's made a bit of a lair of this passageway, but it's definitely it's something they've done to the ground. This isn't a natural effect.
Mm-hmm. But we can stand on it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. It's not like a giant hole in the ground.
Dude.
Okay.
All right, I'm not gonna be this guy's fucking pet. Let's go. Knob,
Yeah, let's
get up.
go
Get in there.
around.
Get in there, Knob.
Nob will go okay, and move straight forward and roll initiative.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Go get
if
him,
you would,
Knob.
please. I'm missing DBs. And are you able to roll initiative for Nob? You are. Look at
I
that.
think so.
Fantastic. Cool. I've got Cornelius at a 17 and Nob and DB at an 8. Anybody want to do anything specific?
No.
No.
Cool. All right then.
Oh, great. They're all going before us anyway.
I mean, we rolled really bad.
Yeah. I mean, it's
I rolled perfectly
a bit
average.
of both. Bit of both. Anyway, this gazer who is watching you move forward, slowly idles forwards, and will ask, "What happened to the battle music? I'm sure you pressed play."
This
Got
thing is
sound now?
speaking in riddles.
There we go. Fantastic.
Okay.
He will 2 rays directly at. That is not a D4.
Wow.
No, that is also not a D4. That's really unhelpful. So the first ray will come out, and I need a wisdom save and a dex save from Nob, please.
Damn.
That's good. Okay. He takes no damage, but he sort of looks directly at the gazer, and he looks lethargic. A little slowed, perhaps a little enthralled.
Is it wait? There's a charm effect. He does have advantage.
Oh yeah, cool. Go ahead.
Go off.
Give me a second roll.
Zero.
That's just as good. Fantastic. Cornelius, you're up.
Never mind.
Let's see here.
Oh, sorry. The gazer would also have moved a little forward. There we go.
What do we have? Uh, 60 feet. Spider's gonna be good at that. I'll pop around this corner. And using my spider silk sickle, I am going to activate the magic within it to cast a web on the spectator.
10-foot square, is it? 10-foot radius, cube, 10-foot, what does it say?
It's a 20-foot cube.
Yeah, cool. So you can hit the Neogi as well.
Okay, cool, yes.
Cool. Anything else?
And then I'll go back behind this rock.
Is 2024's web any different? Is there a... Can you ping it for me, Josh? Thank you.
I think it's until, like, I think he does something on the start of his turn.
That's what the old one did. Cool, fantastic.
Cool. And then bonus action commander. He is
commander.
3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20. He's going to go here. And he will use his deathly... he will use his chill touch on the spectator.
On the spectator? Okay, cool. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Actually, I'll do it on the intellect devourer, because maybe if we stop him controlling the spider, maybe the spider will attack him.
The intellect devourer will have 3/4 cover where he is, with the spider in front of him.
Oh, jeez.
It's probably pretty squishy, so...
Yeah, the spider's head is like much up inside it, so you'd be like sort of... He'd have a +6 to armor class.
Okay. That's a 21 to hit.
To hit what? Sorry, what did you go with?
The intellect devourer.
You stayed with the intellect devourer? Okay. So that will hit.
Okay, cool.
Yay.
2d8. Any modifier? Nope. Okay, so we can't regain hit points until the start of my next turn.
Mm-hmm.
And that is 13 necrotic damage.
Okay.
Wow. Nice.
Creature is wounded.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
Excuse me. Right. Okay. Spider's going to go leap in here, and is going to take a bite at Gnob. That is an 11 hit.
That misses.
Okay. And then the intellect devourer is going to claw at him, which is a 7 to hit. That was pretty pathetic, wasn't it? Ambrosia, you're up.
I'll say. Are these guys restrained or not until their turn?
Sorry, the start... Yeah, no, they haven't had a turn yet.
Well then. I'll just go behind this little thing, or peek out from behind this thing, and yeah, I'll just take a spit at this guy.
Yep. At the gazer, go ahead.
A 16 to
16 hits.
Whew, okay.
That's only a little dude.
Yeah, but I thought maybe he's dexterous, he's dodging. Ooh, it's 2d12s these days. Jesus, not that great. 10.
Creature severely wounded.
Oh, nice.
Oh shit.
Well, I feel good about this. I'm gonna go back behind these rocks.
Okay. That leads us to Gnob.
Get him, Gnob.
Gnob is charmed by the gazer, so he cannot hit the gazer, but but he can hit the gazer's allies. While charmed this way, he's got half speed and disadvantage on all attack rolls.
How horrible!
Right. You know
Why is the plaza saying this?
I don't know. I don't know how I did that. Cool.
I don't mind that gazer. He's pretty cool.
No.
He's going to green flame blade at the big spider in front of him, and then hit the intellect devourer.
The flame, love that.
The extra. So I think I just roll an attack with
that
disadvantage.
is true.
Yeah?
Yeah, with disadvantage, but +2 from flanking.
Okay. Will it let me roll from his?
Probably not. You'll probably have to do regular dice. I don't know.
Still at 24 to hit.
Yeah. That hits.
He would have been a crit without it. And then he will green flame blade.
I think that's...
Jesus, a lot of numbers.
Yeah. So it's 14 slashing, 6 psychic, 3 fire, and 5 fire to the additional.
Yes, and the spider...
so 23 damage to the spider. Don't worry about telling me whatever happens to the spider. The spider's dead as fuck.
No, I'm just annihilate.
Yeah.
I fucking hate spiders.
The intellect devour sort of gently hovers downwards, also wounded. 5 fire damage was that to him? Yeah, cool. Okay.
Yes, 5.
Cool. Anything else from Gnob? Any bonus action?
No, Knob's good.
Cool, that brings us to the Neogi. At the beginning of the Neogi's turn, it'll make a dexterity saving throw, which is an 8, so he'll be restrained. And then he will take an action to try and escape, which is a strength check. And...
Oh, not strong, huh?
Mm-mm.
Unnatural 1, huh? I don't know about that.
It's not climbing it, though.
No, I'm currently looking at its legs, trying to decide how spiderish it is. And the answer is I don't think it's spiderish at all. DB, it's your turn.
By the way, with being level 5, Gnob does an extra D8 of damage.
Ooh, what?
On his Green Flame Blade. Yes, it's a spell modifier +5, plus a D8 now. Rather.
Yeah, I think I added that, right?
Oh, you did? Okay, I think you just did 5.
Oh, there was a spell modifier as well?
It is a D8 +5 now, is what he does. It's not just a straight 5.
Oh, +3, because it's int, right?
His int is... Oh, I'm sorry, you're right. It's a D8 +3.
Yeah, so that 14 is the slashing, the 6 is the psychic, the 5 is the 1d8 +3 of fire, and the 3 is the 1d8 that is done to the additional character.
As long as you got it.
Should it not be 2d8 to the additional guy?
Nope, it's 1d8.
That never improves. Okay, okay, cool. That never improves. Right, cool. Okay, fantastic.
Okay, great. So the Gazer's almost dead. The Intellect Devour's almost dead. DB says, "All right, guys, I fucking got this." He is going to twin cast a Chaos Bolt at the two of them.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, roll ahead.
So this is for the brain.
Yep. No longer got any cover, so he's probably fucked. He's really fucked.
Poison?
Sure. You saw him take poison before.
Yep. That is... Ooh, why didn't it roll to hit? Weird.
It rolled somewhere. Because I saw it, but not on... No, no, it didn't. There you go. Okay,
23.
Cool. Oh, 23 hits. And that's to the intellect devour, is it? 13 poison. Yep. Creature's dead.
Yippee.
Great, and this is for the little gazer. That is a 21.
21 hits.
Great. And that is cold damage.
How much cold damage?
9.
Creature's dead.
Great. And with using a twin feature, we will do a d6 of damage. 2d6?
Can you not only do that to one of the creatures that was affected by your spell?
I'll read it again to be sure. But I think it can be anybody. A creature within 30 feet of me.
Oh, okay. So no, not that guy. Okay. Yes.
Yeah, I think I do a... Yeah, so... Yeah, he's too far away. So
yeah, cool. Okay, but it is just a creature. It doesn't have to be a target of your spell. Great, that's good to know.
Any creature. Yep,
okay,
and I
fantastic.
will hide behind the rock. Great.
Cornelius, there is one restrained creature over there. Trapped in your web.
What a tangled
As
web.
so many people are. Yeah, I don't really want to waste anything on it.
Just cantrip him.
Yeah,
it's very obvious from the fact that it tried to break out that it does not have a ranged option, at least not from the distance it currently is.
I'll necrotic bolt.
Yep. Advantage from restrain.
Yeah. 23.
Damn.
Can I do this thing? Sorry, Josh, give me a second.
I just really wanted that Intellect Devour off the board. I did not want to deal with him.
Don't worry, the Neogi can enslave you just as well. But yes, Cornelius, that hits.
That is 12 necrotic damage.
Nice.
Damn.
And then the commander will use his chill touch.
With advantage.
Yeah. Which is a nat 20.
Nice.
Oh, hell yeah.
Which is, so that's 16 plus... That's 22 necrotic damage altogether.
22. Okay.
It can be more if you want it to be more.
Cool. Neogis have knees now, Ambrosia. That creature's on its knees. In a web.
Now,
Snap
don't you
his
want him to get the
knees.
chance to break out? Before I get my 21 to hit. For 17 damage.
And you just hit, not new pets! And then dies.
Wonderful.
Oh, good.
Cool. Yeah, nice easy combat.
Finally, something's
Well done.
easy in this place. Let's get the hell out of here.
That is a very, very easy fight. But two of those creatures have a save. One of which is a DC 12 int save. And the other one, which is a DC 14 wisdom save that can enslave you. One is for an hour, and the other it just consumes your body. So yeah, if you do get involved too closely with those things, they're pretty dangerous. Which is why it's a decent little bit of XP. It's 350, even though it was a very easy fight for you guys.
To the bank.
All right, Cornelius, go gather your blood. Do what you got to do.
Oh yeah, it's just a.
Cornelius,
We'll
when
wait
you
for
go
you.
to the spider, you will note that
More
I
there
don't
is.
want to get spider blood.
Okay.
Before you even go
He's already got plenty of that.
I'd like some intellect devour blood though.
Yeah, you can go ahead and try and take a little bit. There isn't much. It's a very small creature, and it is just a brain, and a lot of it is brain fluid. But there is a little tiny vial of blood, like this. Tiny vial of blood.
Ambrosia, what the fuck is this thing? It's not a. Doesn't look like a spider. It's got like too many legs. What the hell is this thing?
DB, do you really think I would know what kind of hideous creature this
I
is?
don't know, dude. Maybe. I kick it. I kick the dead
No,
baby.
don't.
Got too many legs. Don't make any sense.
You know they make strange things down
No one
here.
needs more than 4 legs. All right, anything more than 4 legs is ridiculous.
It's excessive. I agree.
Yeah, it's excessive. It is excessive. I ripped one of the legs.
You know what? You really don't need any legs.
That carrion crawler had
Slithering
40
body.
legs.
Yeah, I didn't fucking like him either.
But if you guys are moving ahead,
Is this like a power crystal from Crash Bandicoot?
no,
Pick it up.
I want
it's a
it.
small sliver of light. It
We also
looks
need to
like
be
a,
on the lookout for orbs.
it looks like sort of a. It's a tall, thin bit of rock that has been coated in the same powdered to make it light up as the floor has.
Delightful. Is
Um,
this the way out?
As you head a little further forwards, you will see a single Neogi curled
Oh,
up next to the
God.
wall, shivering quite clearly in fear. Never again, never again, never again, never again. Just constantly muttering to itself.
Good. Sounds like it learned a valuable lesson. Let's go.
Where is he? Where is he at? How far away?
He is there.
Hey,
Corner.
what the fuck you crying about? Your friend tried to make us into pets, and we took offense to that.
He shakes his head. To go on is to die.
Ain't that the truth?
All right, listen, we all got problems. So what the fuck are you doing? You better
You want us to
shape up,
die?
or you're gonna die down here, bud. I'm not gonna do it, but you can't show fear down here, my guy.
Better to be dead.
You want us to kill you?
We can help you.
We're kind of
To
good
be
at
dead.
that.
To go on is to die.
All right, well, clearly you got your own problems.
It is very
would-
clear that his mind is fucked.
Who would kill us if we continue?
Not who? Not who? What? What?
What?
Avoid the Morkoth. Avoid the Morkoth at all costs.
Do we know what a Morkoth
You
is?
do not.
I'd like to flick through the handy
Yeah.
You can
Let's
read
switch
that
to
thing,
M.
page 1 to page 762, and there is no
well,
mention
that.
of a
That's just a
Morgoth.
fucking made up word. Yeah, that's a fucking made up word. What? You don't know what you're talking about. All right. Good luck being worm food.
Moving on from this dumb thing.
As you continue on this passageway, I would like you all please to place your tokens.
Wait. Before we move on.
Hmm?
I know that you're not finished with my book, James.
Mm-hmm.
My necrotic book.
Yeah, but I have some stuff. Go on.
Is there anyone that just has knowledge?
Yeah, there's a few. Bear with me.
Any that don't have very high prices?
Book of Spirits. First of all, you would have Garain. Garain, the ghost, was a high priest of Lacerta. He can offer answers regarding spirits, the afterlife, and the nature of undead, identification of cursed items or afflictions, or advice on diseases or curses afflicting human souls. Maybe helpful, maybe not. Colwen of the Mire can give you directions to known or unknown planar rifts, anchors, or weakened veils. A fragment of esoteric planar knowledge. What type of magic is warm to location, collapsing a demiplane, deciphering teleportation mishaps, all that sort of stuff. Or insight into a hidden or ancient location, real or extraplanar. Don't know if any of that helps you. There is also Nox Varlin. Nox Varlin is the ghost of a famous monster hunter, and will take Tale of a Victory in exchange for information on a single enemy, which could pretty much what you need right now.
Tale of Victory, is that just any kind of victory?
No, sort of in defeating a monster or conquering an enemy of one kind. You cannot tell the same story twice. So each time you tell him a tale of defeating a monster, inverted commas, because he is a monster hunter, he will collect that tale and tell you something of another monster. It's of your choice, not like he won't just tell you of, like, you know, I killed a mimic one time. He can also offer, in exchange for uncommon or stronger magical items, can offer you a insight into a monster's weaknesses, and in exchange for 1,000 gold pieces, well, that'll be 100 gold pieces delivered to a location of his choosing, he will assist you in battle for an hour.
Okay, yeah, I'd like to summon him.
Okay, so I have a little something for you here. When you wish to summon, you read their page and call their name aloud. So his name is Nox Varlin. He is page 4.
Mm-hmm.
You state his name out loud.
Yes, I will say, I call forth the spirit of Nox Varlin.
You see this ghost sort of manifest. He looks like an elf.
Just let him have his fun.
You can gain from like his features and his stance that perhaps he was a drow. You see that he has a glaive that he holds sort of like well in one hand. He has a hand crossbow from his hip. He has a bandolier of different crossbow bolts across his chest. And he wears an armor that seems almost symbiotic in nature, as it sort of moves with him. He turns to you and he says, "And Nox Varlin will answer. How can I assist you, mortal? Lay the deal down."
It says here that you will provide information on monsters, creatures, if I provide you a tale of slaying a monster. Is this correct?
Many thousands of monsters have I killed. Tell me your tale of victory, mortal.
Yeah, I'll start telling him about how we dealt with the scorpions, how our combined magic froze it in place, but, you know, practically incapacitated it, and we just destroyed it.
Give me a performance check.
Don't forget about at the end where you almost died trying to harvest the venom.
I cast silence. What did you want me to roll?
A performance check, please. And Mikayla gave you a guidance.
Your stage direction.
Stage directions?
Yeah.
Take a D4, Mikayla. That's fucking beautiful. Okay, I don't know what I did with that for. Know thyself. Throw it on the floor.
That's 22.
Fantastic. As you tell this tale, mighty comrades, you have found yourself at a great tale of battle. Do you know the name of the creature you seek, or can you describe them? Seek information on, or can you describe them?
Morkoth.
Morkoth. A Morkoth is a mighty creature from the far realms. I have not slain one, though I have encountered one once. Beware their hypnotic abilities.
Hypnotic.
Do you seek to defeat it, or merely to escape it? They are slow. Outside of water they move very slowly. You may keep your distance. They are potent magical casters, and they can reflect your spells back at you. Use weapons against them. They are not well armored. Break them quickly before they break your minds.
Very well.
He will also give you an insight into the difficulty of this challenge.
Oh, nice.
And he will effectively tell you that he would rate this fight, for your level and your group, a 9 out of 10 on the difficulty scale.
Love it. Love
and that's of battles that you could potentially overcome, right? It's not like, it obviously, 65 liches would be a 10 out of 10 if you look at it that way. But no, like a 10 out of 10 will be a battle you could succeed on, but may encounter multiple deaths.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Very well. I have the information I required.
With that, he's just gone.
Yes.
Before you even say gone. Yeah.
Back to your grave, spirit.
But as you guys have done that and move forward, you will see floating through the air very slowly, and I'm going to bring him over here just so you can get a good look at him. The Morkoth.
Oh, great. Ugh. Looks like.
I will also ping this art in the channel so you guys can get a proper nice look at it. On the ground lie 5 different, what are they called? Neogis. A few spiders, and a couple of other creatures that clearly have been hypnotized into different stages and have subsequently had their brains excavated and eaten.
Yeah.
You will see that he has prepared 5 or 6 different altars upon which to dissect his different bodies. You should be able to see these quite clearly. Yes? Or are they marked away from you? Do you have dynamic? What's the lighting?
Yeah, I mean, they have shadow boxes on them, but apart from that, we see.
Oh, okay, so you don't see... Yeah, because they are full cover, so you can't quite see up on them, but you see these. They have clearly been created as some sort of altar. And over here, you see a pedestal with a crystal ball sat upon it. And he is next to it. You would both, all of you really, who are magical in nature, would know that crystal balls are very expensive items. They're worth a lot of money. They're not always usable. You would know it takes quite a lot of magic to operate a crystal ball, but they're expensive. You would also note that if this creature is not all that fast, even though he does have magic, you could potentially escape. The exit is there. And actually, sorry guys, you didn't quite come out at the right spot. You would have come in... here. No, you would have come in here. But you're a little further away, and you would see, I think, can you guys see over the wall? Yeah, you can. There's a low wall that you would sort of head up and then left. And just to argument's sake, we'll put the creature on this side. Just so that you've got a bit more space to operate. Whatever it is doing, it has one tentacle on the crystal ball, and it does seem preoccupied. But I think it's fair to say that Nox would have told you that these creatures have blind sight in a short range of themselves.
All right.
I mean, this guy's got some treasure at least, though. Unlike that last weirdo who was talking to himself.
So you're saying this would be worth our time if we were to get its attention?
You know how much a good crystal ball will fetch you?
I don't know.
A lot.
I think you both would know. Let me just find out for you.
DB, I mean, I think Gnob or DB potentially would know, since we both dealt in like magical artifact trafficking.
Yeah, so a top level crystal ball would cost you 4,000 gold pieces in a shop. This you can't see from here whether that is, a fully perfectly made crystal ball. It may be twisted to his mind in some way, but certainly a fully operational crystal ball that allows you to scry would cost you 4,000 gold pieces in a shop.
400?
No, 4,000.
In
Mazraya money, yeah. They're 40,000 gold in Forgotten Realms. Like, they do not fuck about those crystal balls. Now, obviously, you don't know from here exactly how.
It may be less, whatever, but that's the top
exactly
end. What we're looking at.
Exactly. Well, yeah, it could be even stronger. It could be like a crystal ball of telepathy or etc., which I think are even more. Yeah.
I mean, Ambrosia, 4K. We could, think of all the clothes we could buy with them.
You don't have to convince me.
Probably buy your own theater.
Oh, please.
Cornelius,
just go ahead, Gnob.
Think how much blood that thing has. It's probably was bursting with blood.
If we're attacking that thing, let's try to get Gnob to go before it and get a surprise.
Can I make even as the DM, I'd like to make a suggestion, because I'd quite like you guys to survive. Perhaps, Josh, you would like to perform a ritual a little further back before taking this fight.
Yes. I think I will go for the ogre. I think.
Okay, go ahead. It's a 20-minute ritual, so while that's happening, what are you guys doing? And also, how does that ritual look? Just remind me very quickly, just very briefly.
TLDR, red sigil on the ground, red magic pod into said sigil, bones start forming and flesh begins being formed around the bones until huge fresh golem appears on sigil.
Okay.
That's as brief as
Is it the same? You're summoning the big boy?
Yes, the big boy.
Bear in mind, the big boy it has 8 armor class. I just want to make that very clear. He's beefy, but he is.
But the ghost said that melee is better, so.
Yes, physical attacks.
You guys have options to stab this guy?
Have a sickle.
You would also know, of course, that
here
it would still cost a reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could obviously try to bait it out with a cantrip or something. I mean, what do you guys want to do? You want to try to take this guy out, or you want to just sneak by him again?
I'm not sure that we can sneak by it. It has blind sight.
No, I mean we can do the same trick again, if you want, that we did against the other guy that was mumbling to himself.
And then fight both on the way back.
I know, and the giant spider,
and the Balrog.
I got some potions. I got some of those blue leaf, blue flower or whatever potions. I can get some spell slots back.
Oh, so true.
Okay, well, if you guys want to do it, I'm in. But
Gnob will, if you are wanting to fight, will sneak right up to this point, crouched very low to the ground.
Oh, I love that.
Josh, do you have access to the ogre? Yep, that guy. He ain't sneaking nowhere, so he's staying there.
No.
But he can easily, Josh, step over this wall from here.
Okay, great.
I will give a bardic to Gnob.
Okay. You guys can position yourself anywhere you want along this line.
Along the line?
And we can't... This wall is 3 feet high? How tall is it?
If that. 2.5, 3 feet high. Looks like an old Darrow wall.
Well, as long as DP can see over it, that's all.
100%. And it will give you a quarter cover.
Okay.
Interesting.
What about your commander, Josh? Okay, coming with you there. Okay. Noble sort of...
I hope he doesn't have a...
you guys can lead with an attack if you wish, from range. Only from range.
Yippee. All of us or one?
No. An attack.
Who's
Not an attack each. That could be a spell. It could be anything you can reasonably do within an action. It will be prior to the initiative starting.
To try and cause fear.
Oh. Okay.
That'd be a good place to start. I mean, it's gonna get. It can still reflect it. Like that's what I'm concerned about, right? I think we just have to. Like, you don't want to do anything too debilitating until it's used that reaction. But
that's
it's
true.
up to you.
Got
You know what
reaction.
I mean?
If he doesn't see it coming.
Nob will point out that if he leads, he will guaranteed get his surprise attack.
Which is a fair amount of damage.
It's an extra.
Yeah,
D6,
let's just do
D6,
that
something
then.
like that.
Just
Let's
have
do
him
this
run.
big
Just
jab.
have him run up.
Yeah.
No,
Silent
you'd have to be a
weapon.
range attack from here.
All right. He has a boomerang.
Mhm.
So I guess he'll toss
Oh, I love
boomerang.
that.
Boomerang sneak
That's all
attack.
good melee to do.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
We'll do a boomerang.
That's it's a magical boomerang, right? Of some sort.
It is a magical boomerang. That is correct.
So go ahead, roll with advantage.
Okay. That is a. I believe that is a. Is that a crit for Nob, or is that just on the?
No, the sword crits on a 19.
All right. Then that. Well, he rolled a 26.
Love that.
Awesome.
Love that. Can he do anything with that, like magically, or is it just that is what it is?
I.
No. He's okay. The cantrips are melee. Okay, cool. So yeah, go ahead and give me the damage plus the additional whatever it is.
2d6.
Hold on, Pat. Sorry, give me a second. Does his war bond say that he can throw weapons and summon it back to your hand?
I mean,
It's a boomerang. It's a boomerang.
No, as in like he's ritually bound to the silent echoes. Does it allow you to throw any type of weapon, or does it just allow you to summon the weapon back?
Warbond is a single weapon.
What I'm saying is, does
And
it give you
can-
the weapon, the thrown property, or does it just allow you to summon it back?
Okay, sorry. You can have two bonded weapons, and you can summon it with a bonus action. It does
Right.
not. It's not return. It's not return.
But it doesn't give the thrown property.
No.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so boomerang, regular damage plus surprise attack, total of
14.
Yeah. Sorry, you got a 26 to hit? Yeah, that happened.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
if
and
that
then
doesn't hit, we're running.
yeah,
away.
and then I'll ask you. Well, he told you that it did not. It was not well armed,
Mhm.
Yes, and then it moves very slowly out of water.
and it's not in water. Yeah, it is floating in the air, like just pulsing. Guys, if you want to roll initiative for me, please.
Okay.
Thanks.
This is one of those combats that I was building and going. I think they'll
Yikes.
survive that.
Not with these initiatives. Let's go, DB.
God.
I assume
Why
that you do.
not?
I assume you do indeed want Nob going first.
I
He's going to run into
think
melee.
so.
I mean, obviously he'll get his thing. Do you want Cornelius to go first of the three of you to get that ogre zombie in range?
Sure. Cornelius, fine.
Cool.
Go before me. I
Okay.
will
You ready?
see you.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled a 2 on initiative.
Oh,
Which is a nat 1.
Let's all fail together.
So, yes. I was just quite looking forward to that moment when you realised that. Yeah, Nob can go in.
So he'll run in through the boomerang. He'll pull out his sword, or maybe he already had it out, and he still gets advantage, right? Because it hasn't gone yet.
He does not get advantage. He does get a surprise attack. As Nob stepped here, this space here, immediately the creature sort of let go of the crystal ball and looked straight at him. You would assume that is the range of his blind sight, 30 feet. Which, to be fair, it's probably from the middle of his body, so it's like there, actually.
Sure.
Cool. So straight roll, but gets the surprise attack when he hits.
As he turns to look, Gnob just stabs him in the face.
Great, love that.
A 16.
16 will hit.
All right, and then we get the extra 2d6 because he hasn't gone yet. So that is 15 damage total.
Sorry, what, Pat?
I
saw you roll a 10.
Well, that's one-handed damage. The other one is two-handed.
And the
damage.
psychic?
I'm assuming he's doing it. Yep. So it's 14 slashing, 1 psychic. Presumably he's swinging with 2 hands.
I don't think so. I think Nob has 2 weapons, doesn't he? Or he might even have a shield on.
I have no idea.
No, you're right. He is two-handing it. He does not have a shield. Okay. Does he not have a... Oh, no, he had a mole before. Yeah, okay, so he's two-handing it. So 14 slashing and 1 psychic. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Cool. Okay. For a total of 15. Nice.
And I'm assuming he didn't get... Like, he already did 1 attack? Or was that...
No. This is a fresh initiative, so this is still gets his full turn.
Then he's going to go again.
Damn. Badass.
That is a 19.
19 will hit.
Great. And more damage. So that is 19 slashing, 4 psychic.
Nice.
Damage.
He does take the psychic in full and the slashing in full.
Great. That is his turn.
No bonus action.
He's full health. Not much
Cool.
else he can do.
Yeah, without having a weapon in the other hand, which is what he originally had, that is indeed true. Cornelius, you are up.
I'm gonna throw a cantrip his way.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna necrotic bolt.
Okay.
That is a 13 to him.
A 13 will miss, I'm afraid.
Ooh.
Damn.
And as you see it misses, it goes past and then it bends. It wraps all the way around him and arrows straight back at you.
Okay, good. Burn that react. Oh, maybe it's on a miss.
But it is a 15 to hit you.
Which will hit.
Roll damage.
Damn. On yourself?
It will do an additional 5 to whatever you roll.
8, but I'm resistant to necrotic. So
Great, so you'll take 13 necrotic, half to 6. Because plus his 5.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, that was 8 plus the 5.
Do you mean that was 8 including the 5? Is that the sentence you were looking for? Great, okay, cool. You'll take 4 necrotic damage.
Is it a free action to then just crouch behind this wall?
If you wish to go prone, yes. You may do so. It'll cost you half your movement speed.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll crouch down and get some cover.
You will have to almost lie down to get cover there.
That's...
So if you need to move, it will cost you half your movement speed to stand up first, yeah?
Yep, that's fine.
Okay, fantastic. You're prone.
Okay, cool. And then bonus action commander will head on out. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And he will use his Chill Touch spell, which is a nat 20 for a 27.
King.
Nice.
So he can't heal himself. For the start of
You do not need to roll a crit damage. Just regular damage, please.
Can't be crit.
Give me an insight check over there, DB.
7 necrotic damage without any crit or anything.
He also is resistant to necrotic damage. So take 3.
DB's not sure. He rolled a nat 1.
No, DB has no idea. Maybe he can be crit, maybe he can't. It's just that looked like it was going to do damage and then it didn't. So just be 3 necrotic.
The commander will command the ogre. Is there any extra movement to hop over the wall or anything?
No, but he would have to do it from here. So you'd have to like move here and then go over. So it'll cost him 55 feet to get into melee range.
Damn.
Which he doesn't have.
What's his movement speed?
30.
Do you want to dash then? And then you can get right into melee range?
Yeah, go on then.
Cool, okay. He dashes into melee range. Anything else, Cornelius?
Yep. He doesn't have a bonus action, so no.
DB, you're up.
Fuck. So I'm gonna assume that was a reaction that he burned it. Could be wrong. Could just be on a miss. But you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to bonus action activate innate sorcery, and then I'm going to cast Bane on his.
Love that. Okay.
Well, he didn't do anything to the commander's spell.
That's a 17.
Maybe it was the reaction.
Meets it, beats it. That is my DC. My DC is +1 currently, but that does it. That's the end of my turn.
Ambrosia. Pat, that was your DC including the innate sorcery?
No.
Innate sorcery gives you an extra point of DC, I think. Jamal told me.
Yep.
So does that mean he failed?
No, he met it. He met it. It's 17.
Oh, right. That was your spell DC, including your innate sorcery
Yep.
buff. Right. Okay. Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah. Okay. Fantastic. Ambrosia.
Okay. What is the... I mean, I guess I don't... My best damage is Dissonant Whispers. I don't know that I want it to run away, right? Or is that fine?
It would provoke
Opportunity attacks.
and 2 opportunity attacks.
Oh, that would do that. Okay. Yeah, I always forget when opportunity attacks happen and when they don't.
Mhm.
Sure. Then let's try a Dissonant Whispers on it.
18.
That's a wisdom save. Well, then no, it didn't matter. He will take half of this damage that I'm about to
It's psychic, though, and you know he takes psychic info.
Yeah. It's charisma's low, if you can target charisma.
Oh.
There's like 3
okay.
spells in the entirety of D&D with a charisma save on. But she can. Maybe she can. No, you can't banish on a high enough level.
14 psychic damage.
Okay, halved? Oh,
7.
right, it's okay. I was going to say that was really good damage. No, it's not. Okay.
That's pre-halved.
Mhm.
And, oh, look at Cornelius laying on the ground. I'll give Cornelius a bardic and go over here.
Okay. Do you say anything to him? Or do you just like get good?
I like to think I'm crouching, not actually laid flat on the
Oh, well,
ground.
you'd have to be, you'd have to be very low. You know, it's only like this low.
No, I
tall.
just...
DB
Sorry?
is laid flat on the ground.
I look at both of you and just...
It's 2.5 foot
just
tall,
shake
which
my
is like
head.
that. And obviously the creature's up in the air, right? So, like, it really isn't much cover. You have to lie pretty flat to it.
105 centimeters. There you go.
That doesn't help
Dang.
him. Half your height.
That's me.
Cool. Yeah, that brings us to him. He is going to lash out with his tentacles at the ogre zombie and at Gnob.
He will have disadvantage on his first attack due to the longsword sap.
Okay, that'll save you from a nat 20
Cool.
on the ogre zombie, so that is a 12 to hit, Josh.
The ogre,
Mhm.
that will just about hit.
Okay, 15 bludgeoning damage. Creature is large or huge?
It is large.
It is large, therefore it is grappled. Whilst grappled in this way, it is restrained. Gnob, a 22 to hit.
Gnob will shield. 'Cause that is what
Okay,
Gnob likes to
I
do.
will mark that off and you can refresh. Okay. And then he will move a little bit forwards and try and bite at Gnob for 19, which will miss. And then you hear this noise. And Commander, Ogre Zombie, and Gnob need to make a wisdom save, please. This is against a charm effect.
A what save?
A wisdom save, please. This is a charm effect.
Gnob wants to die. Okay, he rolled a 1 and a 2.
Wow.
Fucking around.
Here's the ogre.
Okay.
And, the undead
Oh
commander is
my
immune to being charmed.
God.
The commander's immune to being charmed, isn't it? Yeah, because it's controlled fully by you. Okay. Whilst charmed this way, you will attempt to get as close to the Morkoth as possible, using actions to dash should you need to. Once you are within melee range, you will supplicate. That means knees,
Oh, good.
on your knees, hands up, offer your brain.
This is fine.
What kind of kink is
Gnob, stop making friends with the creatures. What are you doing?
At the end of
Oh,
Nob's
this
turn,
is
he may make a wisdom save against charm.
All right.
Okay, advantage.
He does have advantage. I mean, can't roll worse.
No, he cannot roll worse.
Easy.
Ah,
20.
Nat 20. He is freed of that effect. Cornelius, you're up.
Okay, I'll use half my move speed to stand up.
Yep, and half your movement speed to crash back down. By any chance at the end?
Yeah.
Okay, so I won't bother to remove the prone from you. Yeah, just up the top and back down to the bottom. Go ahead. What are you doing?
Getting in some cardio.
I just really want to sling spells at it. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Cause Fear.
Okay. Can you ping that spell, please?
Yeah.
He's immune to frightened.
Damn, boo.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's fine. Undead Commander will take a step forward and attack with his trident.
As he should. Plus 2 from flanking. Yes, Gnob is not charmed.
Okay. That is a 18 to hit.
Okay, 18 will hit.
That is 8 slashing damage.
Nice.
And then the ogre will take a step forward and then kneel.
No, the ogre is restrained, so cannot move and will supplicate and kneel. Yes. He is in his charmed fashion, but at the end of his turn, he may make a wisdom save.
Yeah. He is very good at those.
I'm sure he is.
I believe.
Nice.
And that is a fail.
Same as Gnob. Exact same as Gnob.
DP, you're up.
Do we think his con is good?
Maybe because he's big. That's my logic.
I will stick with Bane. I will skip Raven Feeblement, and I'll try to stick with Bane. I am going to move up though to get within 30 feet.
Nice. He gets an 8.
Ooh.
On Bane.
Yeah, on his save, on
Great.
his charisma save.
Great. You know what? Go ahead and give me another one because I'm going to jinx your bitch ass. So another charisma save.
Okay, what am I going to put on Bane? I'm going to do that for Bane.
Charisma. He hates it.
This is a...
Charisma.
I'm trying to decide. Is it a magical effect? Probably.
Yeah, I think it's a curse effect.
I think it is definitely a magical effect.
I'm not gonna
15,
fight that.
which will fail.
That is a fail. Give me a third charisma save for my far realm. My far realm
God.
shark. Take 6 damage.
That's a nat 20. He's having none of that.
Okay, all right. Well, you know what? He failed the
jinx, which is the important bit, and the Bane, right? Oh, sorry. Well, the nat 20 is not going to make any difference, and you failed the other one. I should have rolled a d4 off his saving throw, right? Bane is off saving throws and attack rolls?
It is, yes.
All right, what does a 7 and a 1 buy you?
All right, hopefully some good shit. Let's see.
Just a reminder, Pat, you know this creature has blind sight.
Yep, number 1 is blind. So,
I know, I remember that one. So what does 7 do for us?
Curse of the Indecisive.
Ooh. That sounds tough.
Okay, we'll put that into chat here. When the targeted creature makes an attack roll or casts a damaging spell, it must succeed on a wisdom save or either choose a new target or lose the attack.
Love that.
Holy crap.
Love that. Okay.
Not too bad. So that is action. I got a bonus action. He is baned. We're gonna, you know what? Fuck this guy. We're gonna bonus action. Fuck, he hasn't used his reaction though yet. I don't want to fuck myself. That's it. I end my turn.
Ambrosia, you're up.
Okay. Well, DB just reminded me, I guess he hasn't used his reaction, so maybe I'll just can't trip him.
Can't trip.
Let me scoot over here a little closer. Okay, yeah, if he's Bane, let's just pile on more things. I'll do a Vicious Mockery. Wisdom save. Subtract the thing.
That's a 19 minus a d4. For a 15.
Get a 4.
That's a fail.
Oh my god, yes! Get on!
Nice.
Let's go.
Oh. That's 8 psychic damage and disadvantage on your next attack roll, if you can even make it through all those other wisdom saves.
Fucking debuff squad. Let's go.
Is that the name of our group?
At the start of his turn, you were here. Actually, no, the zombie is supplicating, so he's going to move to here. He's going to float over the commander, staying in range of all of those, and then he is going to... And I need all of you, please, to make a wisdom... no, the zombie won't move until his turn, Josh. He will let go of the grapple, though.
Restrained.
He will let go of the restraint, but he is supplicant.
My Do I have cover from this?
You cannot get cover from this. It is a sphere around him. It goes through walls. So I need
This is not a spell?
No. This is a sphere of magical energy. So it's a wisdom save against charm.
An other magical effect?
Yes, it's definitely a magical effect, 100%.
I rolled really well anyway. So was it wisdom?
Yeah.
19.
19 for DB.
20.
Come on, Gnob. Come on, buddy. 15 for Gnob.
Cornelius?
Gnob has a bardic if you want to add it.
Wait, Gnob has a bardic? Gnob is rolling in the bardic. 100%. I'm not fucking around. D8. 19.
The 19 triplets.
You got 3 19s?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That is 3 successes.
Hell yeah.
Very nice.
And with that, I think he will ask. He'll provoke an opportunity. Oh, maybe he won't actually to go here. I don't. Does that provoke an opportunity attack from Gnob? It does, right? Yeah, Gnob can make an opportunity attack.
And DB can make an opportunity attack.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
Good. Scratch him with your little claws.
Gnob first. Knob's got the bigger sword. That is a crit. That is a 20 from Gnob.
So it is 11 plus. So let's do the maths first. This is 10, 16, and I hate that it appears differently from your ping than it does from a normal ping. Why is yours so different?
I'm rolling from.
I know. It's just so different. Let me just do this. Okay. So that is 15 plus a d10 plus 10 plus 6, 16. 15 plus 16, 31 damage. Were your rolls better? No, maybe a bit. But
normally, he would get psychic reverberation, but he's immune to frightened, so it doesn't really matter. But fun stuff could be happening to him right now if he wasn't immune to being frightened.
What's the frightened got to? Oh, that's no, but it's yeah, okay. I did put that in at the very end. Yeah, right at the end. But 31 damage is nothing to scoff at.
I don't think Knob's used that one yet.
Yeah. It's because it's very specifically says when you roll a 20 on an attack roll, even though the sword can crit in a 19. Because yes, that's you're going to claw at him as well. 19 hits.
DB gives him a little claw. He does have advantage on all of his rolls. Why not? All right, 9 damage. You take those.
Shit's about to get serious.
Oh, is it?
Yes. I need anybody in this line, so maybe him. Yep, this line. And anybody in this line to make a dex save, please. As he reaches 2 tendrils out and lightning erupts from both.
Hey, you guys okay? Oh shit.
Dex. Wow, I'm proficient in that for a 24.
I'll just tell you now, it's a DC 19. You will take 19 on a success or 38 on a fail lightning damage.
Ouchies.
The zombie does not get to make this save, he just fails.
Okay.
Because he's supplicant. While he's head down, hands up.
Despicable.
So how much damage full?
38 on a fail, 19 on a success.
That's a lot.
I cannot edit Knob's HP. So.
How much did he take?
Half.
Half the full. Okay, 19. Okay.
Is this
it is done if you refresh. It is a spell.
Well, I should have.
He's casting lightning bolt.
Is it too late to cast a spell? Probably. It's fine.
Yeah.
He needs to make a wisdom. That's a spell. He needs to make a wisdom save or choose new targets. Thanks to your boy DB.
Wow, I love that.
Which does mean that I'm gonna get blasted because I'm the only other target.
Yeah, DB. This is very noble of you.
That's what he's got to do.
And are we saying that this is a magical effect, an ongoing magical effect? It probably is, right? Yeah. It gets advantage against magical effects, so... Yeah, a 21. Minus a d4. Can it fail with a d4? No, it can't, 17. Right? Okay, cool. So yeah, 20. Yep.
I got an 18. What was the DC?
19.
Okay, so I'll take full 2.
You have a bardic.
You do have a bardic, Josh.
Oh.
Yeah, so expend that. You don't need to roll it. It's a 1 will succeed. And take 19 instead. I did tell you Ship was about to get serious when he got to twin spell his lightning bolt. Which is a pretty fucking cool ability if you ask me, because you can't do that as a sorcerer. Maybe one day, Pat. Maybe one day.
He's looking jealous. He's looking real jealous right now.
Quite specifically, it says when the creature casts any of its spells, it may choose 2 points or locations or targets instead of 1.
I'm gonna drink this guy's fucking blood. Maybe I can do that.
Let's get Cornelius to extract it. Gnob is up.
All right, Knob's gonna take a little side step over here and just take this guy to Pound Town.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, the creature is wounded, by the way. Should have mentioned that.
Right.
That crit did wound him. Oh, Pat, I didn't do the piercing damage from your claw. What was it? What slashing?
9.
9. Sorry, I never applied that. Let me do that. Cool. He's got 69 hit points.
Hell yeah.
Knob crit again. Let's fucking go.
Is a crit
Is that the second roll? That's a crit?
Yes. 2 attacks.
Okay, so we've got 10 damage, and then 11 plus
Call 31 again.
5 plus 6 is 16, 6, 22, plus 16 is 38.
And he will
Creature severely
bonus
wounded.
action
Arcane
arcane
healing.
healing.
Yeah.
Yes, to get 10 back.
Is it go up to 10 now? Okay, cool.
He's level 5.
Yeah, love that for him. Corny.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I am going to use half my mover speed to get up. And then I'm going to use the other half to step back. 5, 10, 15. And then I will 3rd level Siphoning Bond.
Ambrosia and DB. This will target you from Morkoth. As he picks 2 targets from the spell reflection. As he takes your spell and charges it out.
There's no like save or anything. It's just
he just reflects spells. He can choose a spell and he can choose 2 new targets for it. He cannot reflect.
We're still gonna do the save.
You will still get the save. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But Josh, can you ping the spell and I will ping it out. Oh, sorry. It chooses the target and 1 new target, so it'll be Cornelius and Ambrosia. Because you 2 are closest. No, it will cast from him at you.
So he casts it instead.
It's basic. It's spell reflection, so it's as if it came from him and it casts it to you too. It will use his DC and all of that. So let's have a look. A beam of magic darkness launches towards 2 creatures within range. On a hit, so it's a ranged spell attack. Love that. Okay, so I'll make a ranged spell attack against each of you.
How rude.
That's an insane, but it's
Has
the same
it made
thing.
an attack yet? Because it had disadvantage from my thing.
That is a 17. That was with disadvantage.
It is minus D4 on both of those.
Can you roll me the D4s, please? So it's a 17 minus 4 at Ambrosia. 15 to hit you, Ambrosia.
Nope. 2D4. There you go. So
That
4 and a 2.
hits.
I rolled 2 S4. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Oh, so it's a 13 to hit Ambrosia.
That misses.
And it is a... Oh, that's going to hit. So it's just hitting you, my good friend Cornelius. I'm assuming a 27 minus 2. 25 cannot be blocked in any way by you.
Oh, dear.
Not unless I counter spell.
Counter your own spell? That's fine.
You can't counter spell your own spell.
But it's not my own spell. He's casting it.
He's reflecting it at you. He's not actually casting it. It doesn't cost him any resources.
But he's using all of his stats.
No, wait. I didn't mean it.
Sorry, Josh. I'm not going to let you counter spell a reflected spell. You can take 11 necrotic damage, which you are resistant to, so you will take half.
It's not that much. I'm casting at 3rd level. It's 4d10.
Damn.
Oh. So it's 19, half to 9. That's really good for you. That's really not the best rolls on a 4d10.
He heals for 3d6.
No, he doesn't, Josh. You chill touched him.
Oh.
No, I didn't. Last time I hit him with my trident. The last time.
Is that till the start of your next turn? Okay. Okay, so he will gain, what was it, 3d6? Well, I mean, it's nothing major, is it? Well, pretty well, though. He'll regain 13 hit points. Cheers, bro! The ogre zombie may make a wisdom save at the end of his turn.
Ogre zombie.
After it has moved up and knelt. Just such a demeaning ability. That hypnosis, that is a fail, I'm afraid.
Dang, that was pretty good for him, too.
Yeah, it was very good for him. He was only one away, but he didn't have a bardic, sadly. DB, you're up.
Do we have an idea on this guy's range? Does he have 10-foot range?
In what sense? Like for attacks, like melee attacks?
For tentacles.
His bite definitely was melee range. His tentacles, they were easily able to reach 10 feet. You don't know if they can reach further.
That's fine. I will action disengage.
Okay.
Over here.
Yep.
You know what? I'm going to keep going. I got 60 feet Tabaxi movement. Then I will...
That will cost you 10 feet to go up that space.
Great. That I should have enough, too.
Great. Okay, cool. That's fine.
Actually, no, I don't want to go up there. I want to get behind. I want to get behind this thing. But as I'm running away bravely, DB will bone it. Will quicken a spell at this guy.
Yeah.
A chaos bolt.
Love that. Roll to hit.
With advantage, he can't reflect it. Hopefully, we'll do a second level chaos bolt.
Where is... Oh, DB's so far.
That is a 21.
Hell yeah.
Yep, 21 hits.
He needs to make a concentration check.
Oh, yeah.
Potentially. How much damage, Pat?
That is 16 total damage. And he needs to do a charisma save to get...
To not get hit by your psychic shit.
To do the psychic shit. To
Okay.
not get far around.
15 minus a d4, which will fail.
Yeah, enjoy that. And you know what? As I'm running away, I'm going to jinx him on the way out the fucking door as well. Because fuck this guy. Another charisma save.
Oh my gosh.
16 minus a d4, so it'll fail.
That's a fail, baby.
He is dunking on this guy.
Jinxed, motherfucker. Nox doesn't know shit. I can't blind him. I really want to. But I can't. So instead, I will do something else to him.
We know what one is, but we haven't mastered the other 11 options.
Curse of the Luckless. Okay.
Ooh, that sounds cool.
Luckless.
First time the creature rolls a nat 20, it instead becomes a nat 1, in which case he can go fuck himself.
That's pretty fucking sick.
End of turn.
Okay.
Fun.
Ambrosia, this creature is severely wounded. It has been very hurt. If it hadn't have just sucked the life out of Cornelius, it might have been dead. What are you doing? No. He is not.
I will...
The beam is broken.
I'll just give him one more Dissonant Whispers. So if
you got your ogre gauntlets, I was hoping you'd give him a good...
Oh yeah, he's in range.
Punch him.
Yeah, you know what I will do is pull out my shiny Eclipse Spear that Gnob gave me. I'm gonna try and stab this hideous thing.
Plus T2 from flanking.
How
Never mind,
dare
you're not flanking. Sorry.
Frizz up my hair with that lightning bolt. That's a dirty 20 to hit.
Let's go.
Dirty 20 will hit.
And you know what?
Can you do enough damage? That's what I want to know.
I think I can because I'll use the spear's shining smite. So it's going to take an extra 2d6 radiant damage. Are you ready?
Hell yes.
He does resist radiant damage, so I do need you to split that.
Okay, then I'll just roll the 2d6 foist. That's 8 radiant damage.
After 4, okay.
And
this is going to be close.
Versatile. I can use this with 2 hands, right? The spear. Ambrosia doesn't hold anything else.
You're strong.
So I'll use a d8 die.
This is going to be real close.
I'm on the edge of my seat now. Oh, that's an 8.
Oh, there we go. He had 9 hit points, so I really wasn't sure. Like, I think, top half, bottom half. Please describe his grisly demise.
Well, yeah, after getting zapped by that lightning, Ambrosia is pissed. She already hates this place so much, so now that she's strong, she really wants to take out her frustration. So, she just, stabs this thing right into its face, and then does it again, and then does it a few more times. Ugh, disgusting creature.
You may each take 1,800 experience points. That is a really dangerous fight.
We're halfway there, baby.
Just to let you know,
fuck you, double lightning.
The very fact that that ogre zombie doesn't have a brain prevented him from sucking the rest of his hit points out with that grapple. Just done. There is no save. No save at all. If a creature is restrained at the start of his next turn, he can consume the rest of its hit points and heal for an amount equal. Which is pretty crazy. And he gets to dual cast lightning bolts, which is fucking cool. But what he also gets to do is die. Just to let you know, Pat, any misses he can redirect without a reaction.
That's why
any misses, he can redirect back at the attacker without a reaction, and then his spell reflect is the spell is cast as if from you, which is just it was a fun little creature. Fun. So you guys are
cast as if from him. Why couldn't I have counter spells?
Because it happened as you cast it, and I don't allow counterspelling counterspell, so I'm not going to allow counterspelling reflect. I think it's just the same thing. It will help you one day, Joshua. I promise. I also doubt it. Anyway, DB is already at the crystal ball.
I feel great, guys.
This creature does have 2 pieces of loot on his body as well. As you will see that over his shoulder, like a scarf, was a cloak. And at his hip was a wand.
Some Markoth blood.
Yes, absolutely. You can. You can take 6 vials.
You take as much blood as you want.
6 vials.
You can take up to 6 vials. That is up to you. That is a Powafwi, which is a cloak of elven kind. Do bear in mind that if the cloak of that this Powafwi is exposed to sunlight for 24 hours, it will lose all magic.
Well, okay.
It's an underdark cloak of elven kind. And it also has a wand, which is... Let me just go and find it for you. It is a wand of viscid globs.
An old friend.
Oh, you got one of these in Market Elation.
Rico used it constantly.
Rico used it a lot. Yeah, it's really crazy.
Yeah.
So wand of viscid globs, a Powafwi of Elvenkind, and I'm sure you are very interested in this crystal ball. So go ahead and give me an Arcana check, DB.
I'm gonna cast Disguise Self to look not so beat up.
You know what, Josh? You can have a D4 for that.
FYI.
Cornelius,
do you want to drink a potion?
No, I don't. We have 1 potion left.
How much blood did you take? Because DB's gonna take some blood from this thing too. He wants to learn to cast double lightning bolts.
Just 1 vial.
Here, Cornelius.
I took the 4 bloods.
Have 14 hit points.
Love. Cornelius doesn't say that, I do.
Of course.
I love the way that in your oddities are monogrammed towels.
Yeah,
I've just seen that.
Yeah.
I've just seen that.
That's fully updated. That's fully accurate.
DB, what was your Arcana check?
16.
Yeah, with a 16, you understand that this crystal ball has been warped in some way. So this has been turned to the aberration's personal goals. This is a crystal ball of intelligence seeking. And it specifies it's a very rare item, and it's not. You can see that I forgot to edit everything. But it allows you to cast the scrying spell, DC 14, with it, targeting creatures only within a mile of your location. It can be used also to detect all and any intelligent life within that mile.
Whoa.
That's pretty
fun.
For infiltration missions, that
could be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Probably won't sell for 4,000 gold pieces, I'm afraid. It's not quite the same as being able to scry at will. And 4,000 gold pieces would have made this campaign very unfun at this point in time, so let's...
retired and bought a bar.
Exactly.
The end of DB.
Yep.
I think you could buy an entire town for 4,000 gold pieces, let alone a bar.
Straight into the
yeah.
It'd be a really nice bar.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Perhaps town-sized. But yes, that's the XP, the crystal ball, the Powafwi of Elvenkind, and the wand. Did I tell you about the Powafwi sunlight? I did, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Okay, I have no idea how you are ever going to measure that. It is a continuous 24 hours, not 24 hours overall.
Well, presumably if
okay.
you put it in the bag of holding.
Yeah, and get it out when you want to use it inside.
Just not take it out in the daytime.
Yeah.
I found
We're going to be
DB
using it at
on
nighttime
the
for
desk.
sneaking anyway, not really during daytime. So
Yeah.
it's fine. I got a cool cloak already.
Who wants it? Oh, you're saying you already have a cloak.
Does anybody want to attune to the crystal ball right now? It could be helpful to know.
Oh, sorry, it shouldn't require attunement.
Oh, does it?
No, it doesn't require attunement. I must have forgotten to edit that out. I'll also change the word very rare because that really annoyed me.
Great. Do we see anybody within a mile of us right now?
You want to expend its charge now?
Oh, wait, there's only one charge? Doesn't...
You
can do scrying... What doesn't say charges, but... So one per day?
Sorry, it should have charges on it. It should... No, it's not one per day. Go... What was the other thing I said? Oh, I was going to take the achievement off. There you go. Let's just do that. It is all fixed now. I believe it has 3 charges and regains all recharges on a long rest.
Cool.
Okay, that's awesome. That's actually...
Yeah, that's a bit more balanced. There we
go. The Piwafwi, is it 24 hours or 1 hour? The item says 1 hour.
Ooh, is there a legacy version?
Oh, I don't know.
That's great. Take that.
Out of the abyss.
Yeah, okay, love that.
That makes more sense, honestly, for what it is. So.
Yeah, love that. Okay, yeah, now that's perfect.
Okay. Does anyone want this thing?
A party of thieves has no rogue, unfortunately. So.
Yes, Matt's first thing that he suggested was a rogue, and then he went, "Wait, they don't have a rogue, and that's kind of thematic." It's like, I won't play a rogue.
Yeah, I think we should see how long we can last without a rogue.
Yeah. No matter how many characters you guys remake, never rogues. Anything but.
Never rogue.
You know, we'll have thieving barbarians before we have rogues. Cool. But with this, are you activating a charge?
I think we should.
Yeah,
see what's ahead of us.
Yes. Within a mile of you are over 2,000 mining dwarves. Perhaps only 700 feet above your heads.
Ooh, we should kill them all.
Oh wow!
By destroying their ceiling so they all fall down.
Yes.
Onto our heads. How are you going to destroy the ceiling? How are you going to destroy a cave?
Move out the way, fool.
Okay, how are you going to do it? You explain to me how you're going to destroy a cave.
I don't need to explain anything to you.
All right.
Josh, how long does it take to resummon your commander?
I think it was like a minute. You said
a minute in a spell slot.
Combat.
Yeah.
But if we're close to the dwarves, then I don't see a reason to summon him.
Yeah, it won't take you long moving down this corridor to see the first bit of worked stone. Isn't that exciting? And you move into some narrow corridors. You will see 2 huge, beautifully made gates lying on the floor in front of this corridor. They are obviously usually used to bar off the Underdark. However, it is clear that these gates were ripped off their hinges over 50 years ago. They are covered in dust and debris. Nobody has been down here in a long, long time. Thick layers of dust cake the ground, and the walls are undisturbed. You know that monstrous creatures have no interest in entering into these worked passageways, but the dwarves have clearly not come down here in a long time. Is there anything we are doing in advance before heading along these corridors and up into the more worked areas of the Dwarven Cinder?
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Disguise Self again.
Okay.
I'm gonna... How long does it last? Like an hour?
Do you want the ogre zombie to wait back at the entrance to the Dwarven tunnels so that he's not boom?
Yeah, I was thinking maybe we could use it to get ourselves in the city. Like if we pretend to be dwarves being chased by a giant undead that might let us in without...
it will have a lot of trouble squeezing through this corridor, but it will make it down there.
Yeah, I don't want to force it.
Gnob, how many HP is Gnob short currently, James?
If he's short enough, I can short rest. I can
second wind.
Second wind him, yeah. He is at That seems...
If it's anything...
I think where you and I are both on it, it is synced to something incorrect. It is a 63 is what he's on. I'm pretty sure that is without one lightning bolt. I'm not too fast.
That is
I'm not too fast.
Yeah, if you can roll a second wind for him, that would be amazing.
Okay.
Get him back to full.
Just trade second wind. Look at that, I even rolled well enough to get him to full.
Thank you. I gotta look out for my boy. I don't want to get
sweet.
Don't get Rico mad at me.
Don't let him die on your watch, yeah.
I know. I've been critting like a motherfucker. Every time James lets me play another character, I just keep critting over and over.
I have noticed that. This is definitely a pattern at this point.
So yeah.
Very interesting.
As you guys head down this corridor, you come around a corner and see the first glimmer of light. Each time you sort of walk past one of these braziers, they flare up in flame. A brief cursory inspection will see that these continual flame spells have been cast long ago in conjunction with a detect life spell. As creatures move within 30 feet of them, they light up. And looking back, once you are 30 feet away, they once again go out.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna... Sorry, go on.
No, go ahead. No, you play.
Go, Josh.
I was just gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna cast Disguise Self on myself.
Oh, you did this before, but I didn't let you finish your sentence. Sorry.
Holding off,
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll start doing it now. It seems that we might be, we may come into contact with a dwarf. And so I'm just gonna use a picture for just some art I've got. That's not designated to any character specific. He looks like this.
Oh, wow. I love the vest.
I have no idea what we're looking at. Oh, it's
In
over
the
there.
chat.
Okay, cool. Right, yeah, I love that. How Josh?
And I'm going to chomp on some blue mountain flowers, recover 2 spell slots.
Both level 1, yeah?
Yes.
Can only recover level 1s, yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Maybe I'll also disguise self.
There he is.
I mean, if we get caught, what's the plan? We're going to be robbing graves. They catch us robbing graves. It doesn't matter if we're dwarves or not. They're going to be fucking pissed. We're going to go find the fanciest tomb and then rob the shit out of it, right? That's the plan?
We can say
you're headed towards a specific tomb. That you know.
The fanciest one.
You know it to be of an old dwarven hero that's less attended. You knew that you could get in the entrance and it wasn't too far up, and you had it on the map.
I mean, if one of us, either we all disguise or none of us do. It don't make sense for one of us to do it.
Well, maybe Cornelius will pretend to be running away from you.
That was kind of what I was going to say, that I'll pretend Gnob and DB are robbing us.
I think Gnob will probably disguise self.
Me and Ambrosia give each other a knowing look.
I mean, you want to just throw
DB under the bus?
All right,
just because I know Rico had discussed taking disguise self to be able to disguise himself in the dwarven city.
All right, full send disguise self. DB will disguise himself as a dwarf too.
Yes, our first.
Okay. You look, apart from Josh looking very, very happily druidic, are the rest of you trying to look like dwarven miners who maybe got lost?
Yes.
Is that the thinking? Okay. Or
I don't know how short.
Or are you trying to look like
possibly get, but
are you trying to look like dwarven party kids who got really drunk?
No, I got a big white. I got a big white fluffy.
Yeah,
beard.
Adults.
Covered in soot. Covered in soot.
Gnob is quite a tall dwarf. In fact, he is 6 feet.
As a dwarf, huh?
You can only reduce it by a foot.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but he can always just
hunch a little Gnob.
He'll just have to convince them that he's closer than they think he is.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
the ultimate deception check.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it.
Okay. As you maneuver on down the corridor, you will come out into this space. Why is that so small? Is that really small for you guys?
Picture? No.
Okay, cool. I think I was just really zoomed out. It was like a stamp.
Exactly.
Yes, you will come out into this space. You see a river running through this underground cavern. Deep mines. Oh, are we on the wrong map? Wrong map. Sorry. No, that's not much different, but it does matter. You will see the end of mining tracks that have been cut off at certain points. It is clear that the dwarves have mined no further here. And you will see around one corner a deep crevasse going down into the ground, mining ladders long abandoned leading down to a river of lava.
Whoa.
There is no sound of any dwarves here, though if you listen very carefully you can hear the sound of picks echoing in the distance. It is clear the dwarves have not mined this deep for a while. According to your map, you must head down a long and very narrow path, perhaps only 1.5 feet in width. This is a service tunnel that has been long out of use, that will lead to another mining cavern.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We've gone further up still, right? Since when we...
Yeah, you are now at the bottom of the Dwarven Citadel, which then goes up to the...
Right. Well, I mean, before you said we fought the... whatever that guy was, the more...
Yes, and even from there...
700 feet up, they were...
Yeah, exactly. They were mining, but you're probably still 600 feet away from that.
Okay, so but we are moving upwards.
You're way deep compared to the dwarves. Yes, way deep.
Okay.
Are we happy to move through this narrow service tunnel?
Sure.
Yeah, we send Gnob in first.
Sure.
Okay.
Naturally.
As you meander down the very narrow service tunnel, you will see a strange shimmering effect in front of you. It's 10 feet away. No Arcana check needed. It is very clear that some sort of block has been put on this service tunnel.
This wasn't on the fucking map.
It is a magical barricade. It could be dispelled with ease, but it certainly does not allow you just to move through. Gnob will look up at it and note that it does only go about 15 foot up, whereas the tunnel itself is almost 60 feet in height.
Oh, then we could.
Okay. You could climb over it.
You can just jump over that, right?
I don't think he can jump 15 foot straight up on the spot. No. He's a bugbear, not a grasshopper. Does anybody else have any way of going high?
Fly over it.
You can fly. Okay, that is a thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a two-person thing.
Cornelius, would you?
Well, you want to stand on the barricade and lower down a rope?
Well, ideally, we'd like to not touch the barricade, right? So two of us.
With your arcane knowledge, you absolutely know that you could punch and kick this. It won't do anything. You can't break it with physical force, but you can touch the barricade.
Then we will do that.
So what you want to do is have D, B, and Cornelius stand on the top and try and help Gnob up with a rope.
Well, we got a grappling hook.
I'm not doing that.
We stole multiple grappling hooks, so I will.
Oh, you just put the grappling hook on the top of the wall and climb up it.
Yeah.
Love that. Give me an athletics check.
All right. Gnob, I'm just gonna put this here. I'm not gonna throw it. I'm just gonna put it here, so you don't go crazy, like last time.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, Gnob will find him easy. It's the rest of you that need to make an athletics check to climb up.
Well, it's just Ambrosia.
Oh yeah, true.
I'm super strong.
Do you fly, Cornelius?
You are strong.
What?
You just fly.
Guidance.
Cornelius?
Oh yeah, I fly over. I'm currently stood on the other side, impatiently waiting.
Tapping his foot.
I got a 14.
14's fine. You go up and over. And with that, as you maneuver down this narrow service tunnel, you will come to a series of winding passageways. You move up for about half an hour before coming to that art I accidentally showed you earlier on. And you will see a series of abandoned mine shafts reaching around a river. However, close by you is a lit brazier that is very clear has been recently lit. It did not have a continual flame. Somebody has lit this recently, and you can see some footsteps in the dust.
Uh-oh.
Looking around here, you can see a series of crypts. Each one of them sort of with a stone door across the front of it, with different opening mechanisms. One or two of them have the old sort of wheel crank to raise the stone door. One or two of them have some sort of magical prevention on them from entering in. And the one that you've been signified towards is slightly open, about 4 or 5 inches, and looks like it could be pulled out and in. as if somebody didn't quite manage to shut it properly before.
They're gonna let all the spiders in if they leave the door open like that. It's fucked up.
There are 5 crypts that you can see within view. The footsteps go to one of the crypts across the bridge to the right.
Is that the way we need to go?
No, your one is sort of here, if you will, and then the footsteps go over the bridge and up. These are mine shafts. You can just sort of head down this passageway.
Before we go to the crypt, could we take a break?
Not quite. We're nearly there. Yeah, is anybody wanting to do anything specific, or are we just going to edge to that door and put it open?
I think we're trying to go as quietly as possible to not disturb the other guy.
Yeah, you sneak right up. As you're sneaking, you hear very far away, sort of maybe 30 or 60 or 70 feet away, inside another crypt, the quiet whisper of prayer or communion of some sort in the Dwarven language, the Dwarven brogue. But as you slip through the door, you may place your tokens here, please.
Thank you.
Do that. Oh, this is nice. Finally, civilization.
Yeah, and you will see a small shrine offering there. And looking down the length of the mausoleum, you will see a beautiful stone tomb with a body placed upon it, a sort of stone statue of a body placed upon it, and 2 dwarven warriors memorialized in statues looking over the crypt. And that right there is where we'll take a short break. Be right back. Hello, and welcome back. Rico has relocated his fingernails. And has therefore made it back from Russia in a really express journey, and thus is present. Look at that! New real life law. Rick has a private jet, but only uses it to fly to Russia and look for fingernails. Anyway, you guys were in the crypt. I took you to the image. Go on, Josh.
Before we start robbing, I'd like to use my Ring of Rituals to halve the time needed to cast Alarm. I'd like to cast at the entrance. With it
cast a
being
5-minute alarm. Okay, cool.
Alarm.
Yep.
For just in case anyone.
Bear with me. I will put that down so I don't forget. I will just move you guys up a little bit so that I can... can you go back, Cornelius? Thank you. Just so that I don't get you guys tripped up with the alarm. Okay. As you are... You can now move back. Sorry. As you first move in, you see a simple shrine to Fornax, the god of the forge, the hammer of the world. Either side, you see these sort of angelic celestial statues, and I'm just going to do a little shunt around for you guys. Moving over here, you see a few other little altars. These are made to the ancestors of this person. Little tiny altars that contain sort of a few very simple stone, either urns or little statuettes and things. You would know them to have almost no worth. Over here, however, you do see a sort of flatbed crypt, and in front of that, 2 simple chests, which, if you open them up, which you can just lift the lid on, you will find they have a combination of 147 silver pieces.
Damn. Yoink.
And then moving over here, you will now be in that sort of image that you had before of the 2 statues standing over the crypt, and the crypt itself. You would know that important items are buried in the crypt. However, Ambrosia, you will note behind you there is a small chest. And on the front of the chest is an inscription that says, "As in life, in death."
How cryptic.
It is a crypt.
Let's check for traps before we do anything silly. Did we scoop up those coins? Should I put it in the group, Lou?
Yeah, they're already...
I think Pat already did that.
Okay, just checking.
I'll start Ritual casting detect magic.
Okay, you can do that, no problem. But Ambrosia, you look, and there is not even a place to check for traps. This chest is so old.
Wow. All right, I'll wait for Cornelius' thing to finish before I touch it.
You wait 10 minutes. Detect magic goes off. You will detect that there is magic on the lid of the tomb and nothing else. Nothing else at all. Inside the tomb, there is definitely magic.
Popping this right open. Boop.
You find 6 leather-bound journals.
Oh, boo.
They are clearly very decrepit, but you can just about make out one of the titles, which says The Life and Adventures of Tigwold Dumperstump.
Oh, brother.
And this is volume 4 that you have managed to read the title of, so you'd assume they are all the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Does that name mean anything to any of us?
It's the crypt you were looking for. That is all it means to you.
Perfect. We're in the right place, boys.
Stump.
Let's rob the dumper stump.
This is an autobiography? It's autobiographical? He's like his journals?
No. They are tales written about him by a scribe. He was a hero and adventurer.
I look quickly for any dirty stories about him.
You can barely make out any words, as they are over 4 centuries old. Not well preserved.
Bullshit. There's not even any pictures in this.
There are definitely no pictures.
Ugh, boring.
You would know everything of worth is probably inside the tomb.
All right. Magic is coming off of it. Can you get any information about that?
Yeah. Go ahead and give me an investigation check, Cornelius.
Have a guidance.
The tomb has "As in Life, So in Death" written around it?
No, the chest did.
Chest.
Yeah.
24.
Yeah, you note that whilst everything else around here is fairly decrepit, the statue that sits upon the tomb lid is perfectly preserved. The magic goes towards keeping it intact.
I will share that information.
Cool.
Okay.
And there is magic coming from within, which you know to be items.
Go ahead and lift her up, Gnob.
The way, then.
Okay, this is not a lift. Or at least it's not likely to be a lift. If you want to have a little look, it is a stone lid with a huge stone statue on the top of it of a dwarf.
Couldn't be that
slide
huge.
it off.
So, hold on. Before you do that, presumably this would be super fucking loud. Stone grinding on stone. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes, it would.
All right. So DB can help with that. If you think you can push it, or the rest of you can do some pushing, I can make it quiet in here so nobody.
I guess I can help.
I'll look down at
strength.
Oh yeah, that's true. The gloves.
Go, Gnob. I'll help you.
All right. If you two are gonna try to push it, I will use a 2nd level slot and cast Dome of Silence.
Ooh.
Yippee!
10-foot radius in a dome. This is that is just no. Fuck the D4. You can have a D6 for this. This is absolutely encounter changing. That is what it is.
Okay.
As you slide off this stone, sure enough, as soon as it gets over the halfway mark, it just tips. It tips and it like thunders out. And you know that it won't have gone further than this dome.
Fantastic.
I give Ambrosia a wink.
Inside, you will see a perfectly preserved corpse. It is wrapped in cloth over its face, so you cannot see any of its features. And it wears a beautiful set of mithril armor. In his left hand, he clutches a tankard. In his right hand, he holds a pipe. And sort of like his arms are crossed like this, and his right hand is his tankard, his left hand is his pipe. Lying underneath him is a beautifully wrought great axe. You will see that it has sort of a leather handle. It's got notches all the way down. It's clearly a little bit battered, but there are magical runes spiraling all the way along it. It is clear to all of you that this is a powerful item. He also has a belt on that sort of has this ornate sort of golden clasp shaped up a little bit like a horseshoe.
Yoink.
Yoink what?
Yoink, yoink, yoink.
So Gnob is going straight for the great axe, obviously.
Okay, so you're going to part the hands and take
Yep.
the axe.
Yeah.
He's gonna be all stiff.
And as you place your hand on the axe, you hear, "A new wielder. It has been a long time."
Oh no, the beacon.
A new hand has touched the beacon.
And then it sort of, it scoffs. "What is this? A thief?"
What of
Talking
it?
to Gnob.
Color me exasperated. Surely not. I'm destined for the hands of the mighty. Paladins, dwarves, and kings have wielded me in the past. And this... a bugbear and a thief.
Just start getting used to it, mate.
Told him.
I will not communicate with such a creature. And it goes dead silent.
Was this in Knob's head or out loud?
In Nob's head.
Pouting.
But Nob is probably speaking aloud to it.
Knob, who the fuck are you talking to?
It's a fucking sentient axe.
Oh god, another one?
Oh, does it have anything nice to say?
Was there a sentient axe?
Oh,
in the previous campaign.
There was one in the last
maybe
Yeah,
that's,
okay, cool.
that's that.
He was way cooler. This guy's a prick.
He's saying he's like a brick. Seems like a brick.
Let's just shove him in the bag. Shove him in the bag.
On it then.
This is Orc Splitter. A legendary mighty axe wielded long ago by the dwarf king Torhild Flametongue. Orc Splitter is a battered weapon, appearing fairly unremarkable at first glance. Graven with dwarvish runes for orc, but the runes are depicted with a gap or slash through the markings. The orc is literally split in two. This is a sentient magical weapon. This is a legendary item, and it is what you came for. You cannot attune to it. You are neither good, nor a paladin, nor a dwarf.
Fighter.
Yes,
Not
but
one
it
qualification.
a good aligned dwarf fighter or paladin, Nob. No, you are not. And I don't normally stick to attunement rules, but this is not meant to be wielded. It's meant to be used as a ticket into the Thieves Guild.
We'll chuck it in.
Yeah,
Chuck
we
it
should
in the
probably
bag.
take the rest of this stuff too to prove that it's who it is. So I think we take the journals,
Yep.
we
And
take the stuff,
the pipe,
and I
the
will-
tankard, and the belt.
and I
And the
want to
armor.
take.
Can I?
I want
Sorry.
to take the skull as well.
Okay. The skull is preserved in cloth. And as you take it up, it does rattle a little. You know that it's not held up too well. Are you also just grabbing the tankard, and stuff?
In the
might as
armor,
well.
like
Okay.
Yeah, can we,
We'll start with the stuff that's in his hands that you had to
Sure.
before you start taking what he's wearing.
Yeah.
When you put your
pulled his arms off, so like, we'll just pry them.
you cannot do that because you might no, he's wearing like gauntlets and everything.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
one set of armor, right? So we'll start off with the tankard. As soon as you touch it with one single finger, it is very cold to the touch. But when you maneuver your hand to the handle, it's plenty warm. This is an ever-frosted tankard. It will freeze
Sounds
water,
fun.
but will not freeze ale.
No.
But it's at a
Yeah,
nice
perfectly chilled.
drinking temperature, exactly. In the other hand is a matchless pipe. So it's really just a pipe
What's
that
that
you
here?
can light. Yes, that's exactly what I thought would happen to that. You may then unclasp the belt that holds the armor to him. And as soon as you unclasp the belt, the armor sort of sinks back, as if it was almost being held up a little bit by this belt. You may remove the belt, and you do sense it has a little bit of magic to it. And then finally, you may remove the armor, which will involve sort of standing the corpse up and genuinely unbuckling it. It is mithril splint.
Ooh.
Do bear in mind that this will not resize to a user or a wearer. No
Only
use
one
for
person
Gnob.
in the party is dwarf sized. That would be your pal DB. So
What the hell are you going to do with splint armor as a
Do
sorcerer?
you want to wear this heavy
Mithril.
armor?
I thought mithril can be worn by.
I'll take a medium armor feat. The armor.
I don't think so,
Okay.
Rico. I think that's Elven. I think mithril
Yeah, that's
is.
Elven.
I think mithril ignores the strength requirement. I think that might be that.
Mm-hmm.
I will double check that though.
Oh.
We can talk about it. We can negotiate.
Yeah, it's certainly worth some money. I hadn't even vaguely considered that any one of you would.
My AC is like 13, so I am looking for. It's
Yeah,
15.
we're desperate for armor class.
Yeah. Cool. That is the full shebang.
All right, and the skull.
Yes, is a skull.
And the set of books.
Pop it off.
Yes, very badly looked after, but yeah.
Well, I just want proof. I want us to be able to give proof that we robbed the correct grave to the people. That's all.
So just to clarify, mithril is a light, flexible material. Mithril chain shirt or breastplate can be worn under normal clothes. Splint mail not. If the armor normally imposes disadvantage on stealth checks, which it does, and has a strength requirement, which it does, the mithril version of the armor doesn't.
That's cool.
We can give it to the fucking the commander. He always clanks around like an idiot anyway.
Yes. Just to be clear, you probably want to sell it. But this is heavy armor, Splint. So you'd have a long way to go for a sorcerer to wear Splint. It is scale that is the medium armor. But you could definitely sell it and buy a set of armor. Like that is really within the grasp of.
Well, I have no armor proficiencies anyway, so.
No, well, indeed, but yeah, might find something. Perhaps you could wear a poafwi. Regardless, you have looted this tomb.
Let's throw the belt on, I think.
Okay.
What's the belt?
You feel stronger, more powerful, or at least like everything you're holding is lighter.
Ooh.
Like you have gained some sort of strength.
Strength of a giant, potentially.
No, if only. It is a belt of burden, Rico. It is for carrying shit around like a pack mule. It is not. It is not for wielding axes with great might.
Great.
Cool. Oh, I already count as a large creature when calculating carrying capacity.
Oh my god! Now you're a huge creature.
Yeah, I'll say you can carry even more. It'll just chuck a couple £100 on there or something.
It looks good on you though. It looks good.
Yeah, very sleek figure.
Look like a some sort of horse lord or something with that horseshoe in the middle there.
Yeah, but you do get the impression that with both this belt and this armor, it was all made. It was all designed to make him light and mobile. And then there's this great axe that really probably took all his strength, and that's probably what he. But he was an adventurer of some renown. How long does this Stone of Silence last?
10 minutes.
Can you hear anything outside of it?
It prevents any sound from leaving the area.
Cool.
It
so you can hear everything.
Sound coming in.
Fantastic. That's good.
Great.
Okay.
Is this what we came for?
There are 4 other crits. Should you wish to try and pop your head into a couple?
Oh, wait a minute.
How big are they?
About it.
Have giant stone.
But
pots.
you probably do not want to do that, as the moment you come out of here, you see the guy crossing the bridge. He looks at you. You look at him. He looks at you. You look at him. He looks up a little bit.
Look at him.
And then he looks at your hands. But I'm assuming that you've put all the shit you took into the bag of holding.
Put the axe away because it was a dick.
Of course.
Yeah.
So,
Naturally.
and I would assume even the mithril splint will fit in the bag of holding. So yeah, you're not holding anything of unusual. And he looks over and says, Grathric.
Yes.
None of us speak Dwarven.
I'll go ahead.
No, you don't.
I will try to pretend I can.
Give me a performance check with disadvantage. As you try to remember the 6 swear words that Dwarven girl taught you at backstage about 15 years ago.
Would this apply with my actor feat that I have advantage on performance checks, trying to pass myself off as a different person?
Hell no.
All right, then that is already a 2. But let's see if it can get worse. The other was a 4.
2 plus
so
what?
Performance is a 10.
He looks at you and...
Worked hard.
Different dialect.
Did you say that in common?
Sure, why not?
He looks at you and... Oh, not. That's the tallest dwarf I've ever seen.
A bad defect.
And no one's visited the Dumper Stump crypt since his great-great-great-great-grandson burnt all the bread at the feast.
How embarrassing.
I smell a thief.
I smell a corpse.
Give me an intimidation check.
Oh,
As he reaches to his belt and takes out a horn.
Thought we were just gonna kill this guy. Intimidation is a 21.
Yeah, he looks and he begins to lower his... Now, let's not get saucy. What are you doing here? Thieves. Why this crypt? And how did you get in?
Ugh, don't get me started.
That is something you'll never find out. I'm gonna cast Suffocate.
Is that a saving throw, Josh?
It's not. At least not yet. It's a spell attack first.
Okay, roll to hit. Weirdly, he is wearing armor, so I don't know if your spell will hit.
That's a 23.
A 23 will hit.
Okay, so it says make a spell attack, blah, blah, blah. On hit, the creature is restrained. As it describes it as like a hands crushing the windpipe. That's not how I would flavor it, but he's restrained. If the creature requires air to breathe, it begins to suffocate. A suffocating creature can survive a number of rounds equal to 1 plus its constitution modifier. At the start of the next turn, after those rounds are over, it becomes unconscious and it can't regain hit points until it can breathe again.
As he's pulled to his toes, sort of, his breath.
Yeah, like force choke.
He'll say, I was willing to make a deal.
So what? He was willing to deal.
He very sort of wheezes out, I was willing to make a deal.
I do not drop concentration. I will draw. I
grab the horn. I grab the horn out of his hand.
Yeah, you may take it. It's a horn of silent alarm.
Ooh, you bastard. Take that.
Is he like near the edge of the bridge? Like on the edge?
Could be. Yeah. He does keep glancing down a corridor.
Oh God.
Back towards the tomb from which he has come.
What's in there?
Rid of him.
You just wait.
No, Rico's trying to talk, but he was muted.
No, Rico said, get rid of him.
Oh, yeah.
You wait and wait, and then you see him go blue in the face and fall unconscious in your grasp.
As he starts going blue, you see this just smirk begin to creep across Cornelius's face.
Mm-hmm.
All right, stop playing with your food. If you're gonna do it, do it.
Do you leave him unconscious on the floor, or are you dropping him into the mine shaft?
I was gonna say, how far is how deep is the mine shaft?
You don't know. You can't see the bottom.
Then let's drop.
That sounds like a good place to dispose
It'll make a big
of
sound,
body. Oh, that's a fair
yeah, that's
point.
tragedy. Well, oh, I know. Why don't we just put him in the tomb?
That's funny.
I can lock the door.
Put him in the tomb.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I'll go over to him and I'll take out my sickle and I'll very slowly just take the point of it and just drag it very slowly across his throat.
Okay.
Ugh.
Yep, you slide him into the room. I'm assuming you loot the body.
Well, I meant put him in the actual tomb so he's not just found when the cleaners go in there or whatever.
There's a tomb over here, but I'm assuming you loot his body.
Yeah,
first, right? Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's going through his
So you can take 37 gold, 6 silver pieces, some Cormin pipeweed.
Right.
Hand that to Ambrosia.
It's running low.
Yeah. Not on D&D Beyond. And yeah, I mean, are you like, unless you're stripping him, he has some armor on. Other than that, he doesn't have anything of worth.
No, we don't
He has a simple mace, simple set of chainmail. So you leave him there.
Yeah. Take his weapon though. We can't leave him with a weapon.
Yeah, simple mace, simple chainmail. Well, he's dead, but sure.
What's he gonna do with that?
It's the only time he's going to use that is if Cornelius raises him as a minion.
That's what I thought was about to happen.
Yeah. And with that, you can push the tomb close. Well, you can't push the tomb close because you can't lift the lid up. But
sure?
yes.
We're pretty strong.
It's 2,400 pounds.
It's gonna make noise. It's gonna make noise. We don't want it.
A little bit.
Yeah. There is no way you're lifting it. But yeah, you can shut the tomb doors behind, lock those, and you know nobody's been in 300 years, so why is somebody going to go visit, right? And off you guys scurry.
Exactly.
As you are leaving further down, you will see the other person come out and down the passageway.
Oop. How far?
The other
Do they see
dwarf.
us?
Yeah, he's about 50, 60 feet away, and he looks over. Hey,
Hey,
where's my dad?
don't know him.
Sneaking about.
What's it to you?
It's pretty cool.
It is. What are you doing? Also sneaking about?
No, we went to the tomb. It's boring. It's my dad's great-grandfather. Boring. You ever ridden a minecart down the... You're really tall. He just stops for a second, then he goes, carries on again. You ever ridden a minecart down a service tunnel?
Not since I was but a wee dwarf.
I found a really cool tunnel the other day. I almost went all the way off the end of the rails. It goes right out the side of the mountain. I would have died.
You don't say. Where is that tunnel?
What's it worth to you?
I will give you a shiny gold piece, child.
He is like 25, but sure. He's still quite young for a dwarf. Yeah, he sort of looks at you and he's like, a gold piece?
Mm-hmm.
You're not of the clan. Tell me how you got in. You tell me how you got in, I'll show you how to get out.
I mean, the Underdark.
You came through the Underdark? Oh, hell, that's dangerous.
Yeah, we're not from around here. We're other dwarves. We got lost.
Yeah, you don't sound like a dwarf.
No.
Alright, I'll show you the service tunnel if you don't kill me.
Very fair.
He will lead you over and he will show you. Do you remember when that minecart ended? He'll show you a third minecart that's like, he'll say you need to lift it onto the tracks. And if you go down there, he's like, jump off before it gets to the end. It goes right out the side of the mountain. That's why there's no card on this one, because I lost the last one. That's how you just move the lever back and forward and it pumps it.
Wow. Thank you.
And then just as he says this, he's like, he sees you guys and he's like, you saw my dad, didn't you?
No, I told you, I don't know who that is.
Make a deception check.
Okay, great. I'm good at those. Deception, that's going to be a 25.
He looks at you and, sure, maybe you didn't know who it was, but he's like this tall. He describes the guy you killed.
Oh, yeah, I imagine he looks a bit like you, but older.
Yeah, but he continues on to describe that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, maybe he went a bit further ahead or something. Wrong turn. I was being quite a long time, I guess. Alright, well, have fun and don't fly out the mountain.
Thank you. Take care of yourself, dear.
Give him the gold. Give him a tip.
Oh, yeah, I'll give him his gold piece.
He bites it.
Enjoy.
Pockets it.
We got that off his dead dad, so that's great.
Yeah, with that, he'll head off.
Inheritance.
He'll head off, and you guys can ride the minecart. It is only large enough for two of you.
Does anyone have a feather fall?
So you'll have to...
At the other crypts?
You want to sneak back and try and look at the other crypts? That is some bulls. I like it.
Oh yeah,
so, like we made it out with the item we need in the skin of our teeth. Like yeah, I DB was like, I think we should just go. Like I would need to make no more
really?
tonight.
Okay.
Oh.
Eddie cat.
How far are they? Are these other crypts? Would it be a significant journey?
70 feet, 90 feet, 160. Two of
just
them
left
had
the witness
magical
behind.
doors.
We just left the witness behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Like,
he didn't
we should
seem
take care of the
that
witness if
clever.
Let's go.
Leaving. Any other votes?
Leave.
Okay. Two of you can ride the minecart. The other two of you can
so-
walk along the entire journey.
I hold on to the back of my bat cloak as we go forward.
Oh, love that.
Yeah.
Cornelius, you want to do the same? Do you want to fly and hold on to DB's foot or something? You can only fit two people in this minecart.
I will just fly.
I'm going with Gnob.
Okay. So you fly quite slowly behind. The minecart travels at about 180 feet. As a movement
I'll
speed.
just dash.
I just he's ringing these down.
And the commander has to walk.
No, the commander's
Oh,
dead.
he's dead?
Yeah.
No, I missed that. Rip.
He died on a lightning bolt. Cool. So, as the three of you get to the bottom, very suddenly the minecart goes around the corner, straight up into the air. You may give me a dex save to jump out if you want, or you can go out with it and featherfall your way down like cool kids.
Yeah, I have Featherfall prepared.
This is why I wanted to go with Gnob.
Cornelius, eventually, you will see the minecart is nowhere to be seen. And then as you look out, halfway down the mountain, there are three people gliding down looking a bit silly. Do you want to fly after them?
Oh my god.
Two people in a bat, technically.
True.
But if it's light outside, you don't turn you turn back into your regular.
Don't say that. No. Is it bright out?
Is that how that works?
He needs to be hit with the Featherfall too.
I thought you have to be in darkness.
Ginger, what the
I think
hell
you
is
have
your
to be in
problem?
darkness to cast it, but then
That's when we
started.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It is 5 a.m. when you go out, so it's just the sun's just resting.
That's back flying time.
Yeah, exactly. And as you guys leap out and fly down, you have completed your mission. You may take 500 experience points.
Ooh-wee.
Yay!
And you may begin to head, well, really wherever you want.
We'll talk about where we're gonna head.
Yeah. As you get down, you guys will land. Is this the wrong map? Yeah. You will land here. Oh, you're not on this map, are you?
We're here. Outside. The sky.
The other side of the mountain to the way you went in.
Oh, up there by Zohan.
By Zohan and
you don't
Alaska.
mess with the Zohan. Stupid.
No, I have the riders there.
But you do know you need to go all the way round to get to Albak to meet, and to get your stuff from Sio, exactly. No, not from Sio, from Kajoka.
Mm-hmm.
What a pain. A horse and cart are in Kajoka right now.
Yeah. You guys would know roughly where you are, that based on where the mountain is in comparison to the sun. So you would know you've come out the wrong side. It is quite a long journey, I think, to go around.
Out is out. Better than being in that
hellhole. Dealing with giant fucking spiders and shit.
Oh,
you're 35 miles away from Kajoka.
Cornelius, how come you didn't harvest any dwarf blood when you killed that guy? You got into that already?
Boring, right?
I do not need dwarf blood. There's nothing special about him.
Yeah, it's so old. Old hat.
What do you do with the blood anyway? You be drinking it?
It's none of your concern what I do with it.
All right.
Keeping it for something.
Why don't you just concentrate on your parlor tricks?
Arthur does all sorts of fucked up shit.
Yeah, I'm assuming he's doing something gross with it. Probably worse than drinking it if he doesn't tell me. So
they're little shots.
Gonna make a fucking baby.
A monster baby.
I don't think that's how babies are made, but
a Frankenstein.
We'll talk about it.
Cool.
Guys, we nailed that, guys. What are we gonna do now? We gotta go turn this axe in somewhere.
Go
make our presence known.
What's the closest place with a bed we can sleep?
Well, I guess we could do that first.
Probably best off heading to Sio, but it's 18 miles. At which point it will be a little out your way. You might be better off just
we're going
taking the
through
33.
I spent a lot of money in Kajoka. They fucking love me there.
Yeah, you would know there's a trail that way.
We could go visit the riders of Zohan.
Yeah.
Zohan?
Could do that.
You would know if you go to Zohan that you could potentially hire a carriage or something to take. To make the route easier.
Doesn't that sound nice after the harrowing journey we had?
Ambrosia, we did say you could pick what we do next. So if you want to go get a carriage, travel that way, then I'm fine with it. Give us plenty of time to talk about.
Why not? Yeah, why not celebrate our victory, quote unquote, with a nice carriage ride back to our stuff.
I mean, to be fair, I would like to get the fuck away from this mountain as fast as possible.
And
in
the
case
closest
they find
spot.
out.
Yeah. Go there.
You can head to Zohan. It'll take you about 2 hours to walk there.
Oh, fantastic.
When you get there, the sun has risen. Dawn is well upon us. And as you approach the outside, you will see a stables. You will see a fairly large tavern, and a series of small houses, and a fair bit of farmland surrounding the area. It's quite dry farmland, mostly sort of orchards, fruit trees, and a bit of sort of quite dried corn, and an olive grove.
Beautiful. How quaint.
We have breakfast.
Yeah, let's go to that large tavern.
Okay.
Yeah, they're probably serving.
Yeah, when you head to the tavern, you will see that it is called the Merchant's Respite.
Oh, perfect. I bet
And
they sell something good here.
when you go in, you will see 5 very beautifully dressed, fairly rich-looking merchants sat at one table, enjoying a meal together. The tavern keep sort of looks over at you. He's a fairly mousy-looking fellow with a very long nose and pulled back white hair, though he looks to be only in his late 20s, early 30s, by which you can assume he's probably a Calistone. As you head in, he looks up and, oh, good morning. You come down from the mountains.
Unfortunately.
Oh. Is that unfortunate? Can I get you something? Would you like some ale or some wine or some breakfast or some...
Yes, please. We've had a long journey. We would love a nice meal.
Look like you've been travelling through the night.
I'll say.
Do you need a room to rest during the day? Not right. You guys got up like 5 hours ago.
No, we want to rent the carriage and then get the fuck out of here.
You're looking to rent a carriage?
Mm-hmm.
He looks from you to the 5 merchants and back. Oh, shiftily. Right. Ale and wine and breakfast.
Milk.
What the hell was that reaction? Milk? You just want a little bowl of milk?
I want a bowl of milk.
Okay.
So cute.
He comes over. He'll serve you some milk, some honey, some bread, some cheeses, and some hams, and some watered down ale and a little bit of last night's wine. And he will charge you 2 silver pieces for the whole lot.
Yippee.
And then he says, he leans over very close to Ambrosia while serving some of the food and just says, you might want to speak to those merchants over there. If you're looking for a carriage. I believe they just bought 2 from the stables, meaning there's probably no other transport.
I see. Thank you for the tip.
They're headed to Vordrel. I don't know if that helps you. Vordrel?
Okay. Where is that?
Yeah, Ambrosia definitely knows
city.
where that is. That's where you got.
You definitely know where it is.
You got arrested.
Yeah. Big city. Right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ugh, what a pain. Alright. I will tell that information to the boys.
Does DB recognize any of these merchants? He spent time in Vordrel before.
No, you very much recognize them as traders of the desert.
Well then, I mean, DB would definitely, yeah.
So, whilst you don't know these people individually, you very much recognize their style. They probably have a fairly large entourage of slaves. They travel quite far distances to pick up obscure items and think way too much of themselves.
Are they gnomes?
No, they are not. 2 of the men are human. One of them is definitely an elf, and the other 2 are... I wonder if you know that. I just want to have a look at features or something. Maybe before I give you this information. They're short. Yes, I think you would recognize Kenda.
Yeah. Like the wizard that freed us from jail.
Exactly that, yes. So 2 Kenda, 2 human, 1 elf.
I mean, these guys trade in the desert all the time. They got some good stuff. We may be able to sell them some of our shit that we found, potentially, or maybe just rob them and take their shit. I don't know. Could be a deal to be made. Good, like above board or otherwise.
A lot of them to kill.
What did you say, Nob?
Go ahead, Nob.
So that's a lot of them to kill.
Yeah, no, I don't want to. Maybe we just make it. Maybe we just try to sell some of.
You would know that they'd have a large entourage of guards and slaves. You know.
They're always looking for weird magic items and stuff. So, you know.
Oh, okay. You think they'd be amenable to dropping us off?
I mean, we're going in the exact opposite direction, so I don't think I don't want to
Exactly.
go back to Vordrel ever again until it's time to kill
me
that
neither.
bitch. You know.
Of course. So.
I wink at Cornelius. But yeah, I think we can go talk to him. But I don't want to go back to Vordrel.
Yeah, let's strike up a conversation.
Then I'll hold the table.
All right. What are they? Can we hear at all what they're talking about? Or what
You're
their
about 30 feet
vibe
away,
is?
and you do catch snippets of words. They talk an unusual desert dialect, a mixture of Common and Elvish, and a little bit of Gnomish that is a little bit like a sort of a bit like a slang language, I guess, or just an unusual conglomeration of words. It's very difficult to catch the rhythm of what they're saying. It's clear they're speaking very quickly and they know each other very well. But you do pick up a few words about the deal that they are doing in Vordrel. They're selling a stone.
Stone? All of them are selling one stone?
They, as a group, are taking a stone to Vordrel.
Okay.
I mean, if it takes that many, 5 of them and a bunch of guards to sell one stone, it's got to be pretty.
Gotta be worth something, right?
Maybe.
Oh, they're trying to rip off people there.
You would assume that is their main item, but they're probably doing other trade as well. Right? It's just that particular thing is of interest.
I mean,
to
did
that
we
particular
see their like entourage when we came in here?
No.
Or it was, like parked. They parked,
No.
so they must be parked outside of town.
Somewhere else, yeah.
Somewhere potentially.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, Ambrosia, you want to go talk to him?
Well,
Put the charm on, you know.
I'm trying to determine our goal here. Are we trying to sell some stuff to these guys?
Trying to
Some of
get
our
a-
magic items?
I thought we were trying to get
Or
a
try to
carriage.
get a ride.
You'd have to take the carriage without going with them, right? Because you
Yeah.
need to go south and they're going east, but you could potentially try and secure a
Exactly.
carriage and potentially sell them some stuff, right?
Okay. Sure, I'll waltz on over.
Immediately upon seeing you, the elf turns to you. Akazam, traveler.
Sorry, not fluent in
It is just a greeting. How can I help you?
desert. Oh, well. I recognized you all, your fine clothes. You must be traders, right?
We are merchants. Yes, we travel for the Caisini Merchant Syndicate. And as soon as he says that,
Wow.
you and DB would both recognize that as a conglomerate of merchants based in Nalvinia, down in the Macavian Desertlands, usually trading on behalf of a couple of lords.
I see.
He says, we have traveled west, we have traveled north, and finally we are going to Vordrel, and then we are going home. It has been the end of a long journey. How fare ye?
I know a thing or two about that. Tell me about a long journey. My companions and I, we actually came across some interesting magic items that maybe a group of savvy
We do not
traders
have much
like
money
yourself-
left to purchase items, but a little bit. Perhaps if something is of interest.
Oh, wow, fantastic. What kind of things would we want to sell to them, guys?
Go ahead.
I mean, we're looking for just maybe one item because we have a bunch of like garbage that they're probably not interested in, presumably, right? Ooh, we have
Monogram towels.
we do have two
No, I'm
Stygian,
keeping
Stygian
those.
scorpion eggs that could be interesting. I don't know if we need to find a explicit buyer for that, or if that's something that.
You can offer him 2 scorpion
wild.
eggs.
Yeah, I think we try to. I don't want those
Okay.
hatching in our bag.
I could trade this to Vatisan in Vodra. He collects all manner of strange beasts and creatures, grows them himself.
Yes.
I don't think they'll hatch along the way. Yes, I would give you 30 gold pieces for each.
Sounds more than fair.
We have no context for how much they're supposed to go.
Nope, you don't.
Just want them gone. All right, great. Feels like a good deal. No.
I mean, there seems to be a lot of you traveling across the desert here. You guys got some good, you find some good stuff in your travels?
Yeah, I can.
Yes, we have spent most of our money to purchase 4 items. But yes, we have found some things. Unfortunately, we already have buyers for the items.
Quick, good for you. You must be pretty talented.
Yeah.
We secured the buyers before we purchased them.
Hey, you know, us and our friends here, we are pretty good at acquiring things. If you ever need, you know, some people to acquire something for you, you can contact us. You know, this is kind of our specialty.
I but do the bidding of my master. Perhaps you should speak with him in Nalvinia.
Oh boy.
Sure. Who's your boss?
Well, he is the master of the city. And I will tell you that is Herman Montfort is his particular master, who is one of the five sons of the Montfort family.
So are we getting the idea that this guy is also a slave?
No.
Or just
no.
calling him his master because as a honorific type
yes, you would get the impression that he is employed as a servant to the Lord and thus also to control his slaves.
Sure.
You do see some slaves in merchant garb for very specific reasons, but tending not to be this far east. The slaves are not that well treated.
Hey, good to know. Can we tell him that we did some business here? We give him.
Yeah, of course. What is your name?
What is your name?
You caught me off guard. I couldn't think of. I think I just tell him I'm DB. I think I'm just gonna give him my. Just you can call me DB.
Right. You may call me O.H.
Oh.
He smiles. My name is Osambra.
Okay.
Nice to meet you, Osambra. I think maybe we can do some business in the future here. This is good to know.
Speaking of business, since we're all such good friends now, we've heard you all recently acquired some carriages.
If we were looking for something a bit more impressive, we've ended up purchasing 2, but we were hoping to arrive to Vordral in excellent form. I had a carriage that I could expand and minimize
wow.
With a single command word. But in Aasimar, we sold it, fortunately. It had been very useful, but...
They let you into it. You're not a dwarf. They let you into Aasimar?
No, we traded at the market down outside. We sold them a carriage, and in exchange they gave us a stone. Goodness me, that's the strangest trade of my life.
So that's why you needed 2 carriages.
Truth be told, I don't know what difference it makes. The 5 of us would travel in one carriage, and what am I putting a slave in a carriage now? But they said that we would want 2. I don't know. We have 2 carriages. Maybe we put some stuff in one carriage.
I'm hearing you have an excess of carriages, which is actually very...
It would seem that way. Why are you looking to purchase a carriage?
We are in the market.
I'll sell it to you on one condition. Our slaves are busy at work on the other side of the city, on the other side of the village. So, you will have to move the stuff from the carriage to our other carriage.
Oh, I don't think that will be a problem. I look at Gnob back at the table.
Excellent. He looks to know he is accustomed to menial work.
Yes, you see, they build him strong.
How many grand slams has Gnob eaten so far?
He has not stopped eating. He's like, hasn't even said a word to Cornelius. Like once in a while, he'll look at him, and like
awkward silent meal.
Just carry on munching. Love that. He looks at you and well, I can part with the carriage for very cheap, but you will need to secure your own horses.
No, we can do that.
I don't think that'll be a problem.
He will have his pull a very cheap sort of like cart, effectively. Yeah, if you are willing to transfer the goods, he will sell you the carriage at a discount. He will say to you, "I haven't bartered too long with that, with the man at the stable. He seems to have a way of selling you things you do not want."
A keen salesman. Good to know. Thank you.
Yes, and I will tell you that he will part with the carriage for... Oh, no, he won't part with it for that at all. Where's the carriage?
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm in the wrong place. Sorry, hold on. I'm looking at the wrong thing. All I'm finding is saddles to sell.
Sandra, you seem confused. Don't get flustered.
Excuse me.
I'm copying your
Have you
don't get flustered.
Have you any idea how many items are in this spreadsheet? It's ridiculous.
No, I say you guys are doing a lot of trading.
In your spreadsheets.
The carriage is worth 60 gold. But he will say, I will sell it to you for 40.
Wait, so we give you 2 scorpion eggs, and we're just. Why don't we just do the eggs? The fair trade. Eggs for the carriage.
He looks to his stuff. He looks around. Give me an insight check, Timmy.
Right.
That is a 12. I'm gonna throw a card.
Yeah, throw a card. What are you throwing at me? Life is never made unbearable by circumstances, but by lack of meaning and purpose. That was worth a 1, wasn't it? Yeah, you see the Kender give a short shake of his head. And he turns back to you and say, 10 gold pieces you will pay.
Wow. We'll take that.
I like this guy.
Yeah.
Aasimar, are you trying to rip us off, bud?
No. Oh, hold on. He's giving... He means return the gold and give him 10 gold pieces. Like,
oh, okay,
yeah,
misunderstood.
So an extra 10 on top of the scorpion. It's 40. It's still 40, basically. But unless you have something else interesting to trade.
Yeah, you ever see one of these? I pull out the spider head.
Ew.
More spider stuff.
A fitting trophy. Perhaps you should sell it to a bugbear. Anything of interest?
Any of these nasty animal parts? No, they probably don't want that.
No. They will only take magical items. So if you want magic...
Don't we have some sort of weapon that we can give him that I don't use?
We have
so many.
We have Orc Splitter.
Don't give him that. They're broke. They're too broke for that.
No, he said he hasn't got much money for the purchasing, but he could take a few cheap things.
I mean, we have an extra amulet of non-detection, but I feel like that could potentially...
Oh, that's true.
Might come in useful at some point, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
True.
All right.
True.
I think we know what we
we'll
robbed that. We robbed that poor guy and murdered him. So I think let's make some good connections here.
Come on. Thank you for your generosity.
Much thank yous. Vera will escort you. And he sort of reaches out and claps, and within moments, a very dark black man with completely shaven head, sort of topless to the waist, rippling with muscle, with a sort of gold corded belt, and a dagger at each hip, will come over. I am to escort you.
Very well.
Hey, boss.
Pleasure meeting you, gentlemen.
With pleasure, Aasimar will say. You do note that the other 4 merchants did not say a word.
Yeah, I did, and that's fine.
The Kender shook his head once, and that was it.
Yeah, it seems like we're talking to the low man on the totem pole here, would be my...
He will look over at Gnob and say, are you finished eating? Your party are ready to move.
All right, then. Let's go, Corny.
So,
I downed the last of my wine that I was drinking.
Breakfast wine, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, he'll lead you outside, and he will show you to an incredibly ostentatious-looking carriage. And you guys can take out a single stone that is about this large, and doesn't seem to have any magical properties whatsoever. You can also take out a chest, which feels like it's full of gold. You can take out a strange curved bone. Whatever that does, and a horseshoe that is 5 foot wide.
Whoa.
Who's watching us unload this?
Yeah.
Is it just the one slave?
The one,
and that's it?
he does not look like a slave at all.
Oh,
he's not tattooed. Yeah. He has 2 daggers at his hips, but he's bulging muscles.
Well, I don't care to steal from these people.
Yeah, how is DB intimidated by this guy? I mean, we've been facing these giant monsters and murdering them. Is there any sort of way DB can get?
You can give me an insight check with either strength or con. Or Gnob may make the check instead if you prefer.
Yeah, let Gnob.
I think we should both make a check.
Yeah, cool.
DB sizing up and Gnob
you know
also
what? It's
sizing
the same for me either way because my con's +2. So.
And what kind of check is this? Sorry.
It's an insight check, but with strength or con. So if you're not proficient in insight, it's just strength or con.
It's just gonna be a flat
DB's
strength
tired.
check.
DB's tired.
DB, you get the impression that certainly you wouldn't want to take a 1v1 with him.
No.
17 from Gnob.
No, you notice he moves with a languid grace. Those daggers definitely look magical, but they're shaped for throwing. Whatever weapon he wields is either not in his person or he has a way of summoning it or creating it.
Or he doesn't use weapons.
Yeah. You would definitely assume he swings weapons. The way he moves, the way he holds his arms, he's not a monk. You know that much.
How
He's
many
not
muscular
dexterous.
wizards do you know?
And more than that, you definitely did note as you were walking along that he did nod to a couple of people in the street.
All right.
Oh, he's got friends.
I think we played.
You know they come with an entourage of guards. Yeah. Besides, that's...
Yeah, they've got guards everywhere.
What are you going to do with a simple stone that doesn't look magical?
Luck. If this is the...
Gnob will just unload all the shit.
Well, you load it into the plane wagon that's brought over. And there is a slave that brings over the plane wagon. He's a very simple, short man, brown skin, so 5 or 6 tattoos in his face. And he hands, he sort of ties up the wagon and stares at the ground waiting for you. You load up the other wagon, and the man will look at you and, if you want your horses cheaper, tell them that Raymond sent you.
Thank you. We will absolutely.
Much obliged.
Mention your name.
It smells.
I'm just making a guess.
He neither confirms nor denies.
Yeah, all right. Keep your secrets.
Yeah, you can head over to the stables. It's literally 12 feet away.
Let's go.
And you will see a very ostentatiously dressed stable hand. Not what you would expect at all. This guy's a furbolg. And he has sort of silk and bright coloured silks all the way down to his feet. He is holding a strange looking sort of walking staff with a curved head of a ram on it. And as he sees you, he says, "Ah! Wonderful. You have come to purchase from the great Mamata. Now, what exactly is it you would like? Can I offer you a fine draft horse for pulling your cart? Can I offer you many beautiful riding horses? Perhaps a pair of white mares? Perhaps you are looking to purchase hunting dogs? Or are you looking for the greatest saddle you have ever sat in? Please.
Okay, listen.
Enlighten me with your
This
desires.
is getting talked up easily.
Raymond
Maybe we
sent
do need
us.
some fine
Okay.
riding horses.
I have come from
we
Raymond.
don't need fine.
Then
We got horses at home. Okay?
Then
We
I
don't need more horses.
I will ensure that you have a discount. The best deal that you could ever have from Mamata. What is it I can get for you?
2 horses.
Fancy pants.
2 horses. Just any horses. You don't care if they are the most slow and plodding draft horses that have ever walked through any desert, or a camel perhaps instead, or the most fine of warhorse steeds.
Wait, do you have camels?
Of
You
course.
got camels there? Guys, let's get a camel.
You are looking to ride it or
Do
have
they-
it lead
Do
your
they pull
wagon?
carriages? I don't know how animals.
Camels.
do their jobs.
Camels can pull a camel. 2 camels can pull a carriage. They're not known to be the
One
most
draft horse
cooperative of
to pull a
beasts.
carriage or 2 draft
No,
horses?
2. It would take you 2 draft horses or 2. He thinks that he was talking about a
Right.
basic cart.
Gotcha.
So 2 draft horses or 2 camels.
Listen, we just need 2 horses to get us to Kajaka, and that's it. And we're gonna.
You are riding them double? There is 4 of you.
No, we have a cart.
A cart?
A carriage.
Carriage.
A carriage. Ah, perhaps it is a beautiful carriage with a dark red outside and a beautiful black curtains. I know just the carriage. He smiles.
Yeah, it's literally out the window. It's
It
like,
might
right
be.
there.
You
Yeah.
purchased it
Sauce.
from the merchants, did you? Did they charge you more money? How much
they
did they
definitely
charge you?
Probably. What did
We
we end up
tried
paying?
it.
I'm not even sure.
Traded, eh? Perhaps your
If you want
lives
some
with such
eggs,
thieving
we can
merchants.
give you an egg for a horse if that's what you want to do. That's what they
Interested
got.
in
They got
egg.
2 eggs. 2 eggs.
I do not want an egg. You will want a you will
Nice
want
egg.
you will want paired draft horses to take your carriage, so that they travel well together, giving you a smooth ride.
Ginger.
I think persimmon and coriander. They will be excellent for you. Wonderful.
How cute.
Okay, and of course you will want the bridle and the tack and all of the appropriate equipment to tie your horses to the chariot. Do you need feed for the journey?
No.
No, they will just eat the air. Of course they will. Of course they will. Fantastic.
They'll be
Okay.
fine.
Ah, yes, always. They'll just be fine. Why won't they be fine? 25 gold
I
pieces.
assume they've been fed already today, right?
Persimmon had an apple. 25 gold pieces for everything you need.
We've been to the horse market
Mhm.
already.
Yeah.
Is
Uh,
this
it-
exorbitant?
you-
Like what is?
yeah, you'd expect to pay between 3 and 5 gold pieces for a draft horse.
Yeah.
So a pair of them, maybe 8, 10. With all the stuff you need, 10 gold pieces
lose
is
the
more than enough.
accessories. these.
Ah, and of course, you will have the horses walk in front of the carriage, and the carriage will just follow on its own.
No, I mean the extra.
This is all you. You just didn't want to walk back to Kajoko. This is all on you, okay? Anything we spend here is going to come out of your end in about 2 seconds if you
That's
don't
fine.
convince this guy not to be a fucking shit.
Did you call me a
okay.
fucking shit?
Can I see the itemized receipt?
Yes. He will show you that each draft horse he is charging you 5 gold pieces for, the Britain bridle. To tie the draft horses to the carriage, he is charging you 4 gold pieces for, and with 1 gold, he is charging you for the work of putting it all together and tying them up to the carriage.
That looks like 15 to me.
Mm-hmm. He smiles, and yes, it does a bit, doesn't it?
We should work on our addition. I will just slide the paper back across the table to him.
You clearly need the ride. And he
Okay.
writes next to
I
it,
see.
desperation, 10 gold pieces, and slides it back to you.
Let's try again.
Listen, you're going to want
Give
to
me a
negotiate
fair
with her,
price now.
because if not, you're going to negotiate with him, and I
what-
point to Cornelius.
what
so
is
I
in
assume
it
he's
for
doing
me?
something Creepy.
Oh, I was just gonna cast suggestion on him, or maybe charm
Ooh.
person.
Oh, yeah, we can do that if you want.
Yeah. Yeah, I will charm this person.
As you
Wisdom
cast
save.
Charm Person on him, you see his robe shimmer in multiple
Oh
colors.
Jesus!
Give me your, what is the DC?
16.
He gets a 4.
Yippee.
Sorry, it's a Wisdom save or Charisma?
Wisdom.
Yeah, so he gets a 4. And as he fails, his robe sort of shimmers in multiple colors. And you see it slowly move up and like tighten up on him.
Oh.
Give me an Arcana check.
Okay. Whoa. 19 on the die for 25.
You don't have long before that robe starts strangling him, which will cause him to take damage, ending your charm.
Oh, brother.
Make your deal quick.
Exchange. Okay, let's make a deal. Can I just take the thing off of him?
Yeah. Oh, the
Okay,
robe?
I just want to hold it back against his throat long enough to make this transaction.
Yeah, you
and
know
then
you've got about
walk
30
out.
seconds. Oh,
Perfect.
He looks at you, and you are asking for a fair price. What is your price?
I'm asking for the actual math to add up here. How about, for wasting my time, let's make it 10.
10 gold
More
pieces.
than fair.
Only if you will give me your name, fair maiden.
My name? Do I still look like a dwarf? No, right? It's been more than an hour.
That was an hour spell.
It's like a week ago.
My sense of time is off. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. My name, you can call me Juliana Belladonna.
Juliana Belladonna. I'm so grateful. 10 gold pieces. I will send Pierre out to help you with the getting your courage set up. May you have a wonderful journey.
Dear. You as well.
And then he sort of
let's go.
hits against the wall. You see
Everyone
his
hurry
robe
up,
choking
get
him,
off
and
the
then
wall.
suddenly he clears his head, and he's like, "Huh, Juliana Belladonna." See, like just a lingering faint hint of him enjoying your presence.
God.
I'll take that out of the blood money.
He
from
smiles
the
and
dead
says,
That
"I've been
seems fair.
tricked. I liked it." And with that, you can take your carriage and you can ride your way to Kojoka, but that is where we are going to end.
We made it.
We'll come to the time
Look
of
at
tradition of
us.
MVPs. Sorry for overrunning. I'm going to start off with Mikayla saying I'm spiraling hard right at the beginning of the session. It's fucking fantastic. And also Pat saying, as I'm running away bravely, which gave me a good chuckle. Mikayla.
Oh, goodness. I think how
Doesn't have
we
very often, does it?
handled. Yeah, I was caught off guard. I liked how easy that one combat was, and then immediately into a very strong monster that could have killed someone pretty easily.
I kind of
like
wish you
that.
fought the Sorrow Sworn. That guy was a beast.
Now he's
yeah.
a go.
Rico, you only had half a session, but
Only had barely half a session, but that guy was actually hilarious, and his best line was, yes, the horse will just walk in front of the carriage.
the carriage will magically follow it.
The best one was the what did you say? I can't even fucking remember. Oh yeah, yes, the horses will just eat the air.
Yes, they'll just eat the air. Of course they will. Good old Mamata. Scam artist supreme getting out scammed by Ambrosia's magic.
Wow.
Pat?
I don't know. I was so distracted playing two characters that I feel like I missed half the session.
Thank you.
Second half was alright, I think.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like I did have fun robbing the tomb. I like that my bullshit spells all worked this session when usually.
Yeah, DP
I feel
was
like
so clutch.
I feel like I've tried to do some bullshit in the past and it hasn't worked, and I feel like today all my bullshit worked. So
Yeah, it was definitely a bullshit happy day.
Yeah, your portal and your Dome of Silence. That was
I know,
two
right?
very clutch.
Book of Ebon Tides really needs some fucking looking over. I don't know what they were thinking with those
we can
books.
talk about
No. You've chosen one of the more balanced spells, like really way more balanced spells. Some of those spells, you look at them and you're like, that's like a level 7 spell, and it's a level 2 spell. Like, there's really some crazy shit in there. Josh, your MVP.
Given the Dwarven son gold from his dead dad's body.
That was his inheritance.
It was his inheritance.
No.
Vile. Like we talked about sort of maintaining the lightheartedness, and so we've just decided to lightheartedly murder someone's dad.
I won't say
and that's what it's
I will
all
say
about.
Cornelius, and
Well,
I don't care enough.
We gotta let
nice.
Josh cook. We gotta let Josh cook sometimes.
it was
Okay.
great.
There's nothing lightheartedness about it for Cornelius. It was pure joy.
Yeah, Ambrosia didn't care enough to intervene.
But that is where we're going to end. If you guys would like to say goodbye,
Bye.
Bye.
we shall see you soon.